spoiler.
Okay, awesome.
So,
That rest
fuck.
of 7 sounds useful to know.
Okay, let's get the fuck started.
Yes.
You, Tren, Edward Teach, Harlow Coomer, and Lena, you're flying through the wasteland after landing at the so-called last point on Earth, a small town nestled at the end of the veins of the highways that make up the west side, end of the mega city. From here on out, it's just all empty brown wastelands. To the south, to the far away, you can see little pockets of sulfur seas like lakes. And to the north, there are mountains that stretch up towards the northern hemisphere of the planet. Where you are, though, and stretching out far to the west endlessly, is a wasteland connected by 3 highways that sometimes have branching roads that connect off into each other. Eventually, though, these highways split apart to be miles and miles away from each other. There's one that splits right through the west side, one that reaches up to the northwest, and another one that reaches down to the southwest. You guys interrogated some goons that were trying to mess with your ship and found out that there's some foreigners that live in a abandoned town along the southwest highway somewhere out there in the wastelands. And so you fly. It's about 2 or 3 p.m. The sky is, of course, always brown, although the winds are starting to pick up and turbulence is starting to shake your ship a little bit as you fly. There are many storms that kick up out in the wastelands. Tornadoes sometimes pick up and decorate the skyline. The highway stretches on endlessly until eventually in the horizon it just kind of all turns brown and you can't see a damn thing.
I don't like it when I'm flying and can't see. I'm gonna try and check my sort of radar screen, just view the storm cell's intensity and see if I can spot the area where it's the least thick, so I can try and get back to where I can fly without just only using instruments.
What would you like to roll?
Pilot spacecraft using my intelligence, because I'm intelligent about things.
Sounds fine to me.
Alrighty. Intelligent.
Very nice. Yeah, as you're flying the shuttlecraft along over the desert, you see these sandstorms kick up, and the highways send straight into these sandstorms. That as you get closer, you can see there are tornadoes spinning around inside. There's even flashes of light on the inside that you can't identify. Either way, it takes you a wide berth to pull the ship around and maybe go around the south or the north side and fly around. However, it doesn't take you very long to realize that a lot of the southern part of the continent is actually covered in this sandstorm. You could spend like 15-30 minutes just flying either north or south and see that it kind of makes up this impenetrable wall.
Interesting. I heard a doo-doo. Oh. They died.
I don't know.
I see. We probably kind of need to get through that storm, huh, don't we?
Edward's busy filling out paperwork.
Ah, yes, paperwork.
Brent is cleaning his gun. Probably in the back, because he's gonna assume she can pilot to a fixed destination.
Yes. So, according to the sort of my nav screen, I'm assume I have to fly through this thick.
Seems that that's the only option is through, because it just keeps going in either direction. It seems like a massive sandstorm has just encompassed the entire southern side of this continent.
All right, I'll make sure I gain some altitude first, and then go on in to sort of make sure that should any turbulence happen, we don't lose too much altitude to the point where we're in danger of
Yeah.
smacking into the land.
With your pilot skill before, you fly it in pretty painlessly. After surveying the outside and examining the storm, you see that it's a lot of bark and questionable bite. There are certain amount of spaces and gaps between the tornadoes that pick up that you can fly through, and once you're in, visibility gets cut severely. However, you can still see a little bit. If you were to pull down a little bit lower to the ground, you could, make out the highway and a little bit ahead of you. But the sandstorm rages and your ship shakes violently as you fly through it. Winds are pretty extreme in here.
Mm.
Oh, did you just load the map?
I haven't changed anything.
Nope,
damn.
map is still there. Fire. I think I went all southern on that.
Okay.
Trent will kind of shout to the front, "Can you keep her steady? It's pulled apart back here."
Listen, have you looked out the window?
There's only one window and you're in front of it. Does it look like I can see it?
Well, come up here and have a look. It's not my bad flying. There's a giant
Trent will
sandstorm
kinda
out there,
walk up
okay? There's
there.
literally a couple tornadoes of sand.
Sand tornadoes, and you decided to fly into it?
There's no other way! I literally looped around the darn thing trying to find another way. I can fly it off instruments perfectly fine. I'm trained to do that.
If you say so. We're gonna hit another goddamn dam, aren't we?
We're in the middle of a desert. I find that unlikely.
Yeah. Speeding along through the sandstorm along the highway, you start seeing little pockets of shacks and small buildings kind of just dotting around, and it all leads up into a pretty sizable town that you stumble across after a while. Around the outskirts, there are many small shacks and quote-unquote farms that are just kind of these little fenced-off hovels. It leads into kind of a central town made of these, like I mentioned, these sandish bricks or this old metal that might have been used in the initial colonization efforts. Couple hundred of buildings kind of just sprawled out in the wasteland at the end of this highway. However, it's all empty. It's all bombed out. Many of the buildings are destroyed and ruined. The highway here is kind of ripped up in what seems to be like craters or bombshell burns.
Well, I'm gonna suppose that there's not an active air traffic control going on here. Let's see.
Visibility is poor, and you can see that the highway stretches on, continuing on to the west.
This is not the town that we're supposed to be arriving, right?
Make a recon check, whoever would like to.
I'd be at the front because I was yelling at her about stupid things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll too.
I'll make a recon check. Actually, I mean... Okay, so if I make a recon check and I suck at it, does that make that affects his recon check and makes his worse,
No,
right?
only if you're helping each other.
I'm not helping.
You
I'm
can
just
either
trying
roll individually and do your best by yourself, or you can help and apply your effect to somebody else's roll.
I can only hurt. I'm gonna roll individually.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll recon.
All right.
We
Yeah,
see nothing.
You pull the ship over this desolated, abandoned, old frontier town. The sandstorm whips around you, and visibility is so poor that you can't really see much besides the street below you and the buildings on either side.
I think I should bring us down a little lower and see if I can spot a safe place to put her down. Maybe it'll be a little easier to see if we get closer to the ground.
Yeah, just be careful not to drop it too low. Winds
Yep.
are rough.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on our AGL.
Hey, Teach!
Arr! Arr! Me be throwing up in the back from the bumpy ride.
Holy shit, that is amazing.
Not my flying.
You are the
there's
one
sand in me
flying.
mouth.
Yes, it would
How
be
is there
worse.
sand in your mouth?
I opened a window.
I stare down at my control panels to see if the rear hatch has been opened.
You're the one flying.
Yeah,
You open the rear hatch.
I didn't hit a button for that. I'm sure there's an override at the rear hatch to open it. I didn't
Oh
push the button.
shit!
I don't know. I was
There's
drunk.
definitely a button back there for Teach to push to open it. I'm just looking to see the status next to the indicator for open and close, which I'm sure that the pilot has, to see whether or not it's open. Because that's an important thing to check before going for landing. If the freaking gate is down.
Yeah, if you land the ship while the gate is down, an old
break it.
Western style street stretches out in front of you. It's dirt with cobblestone on the sides. The buildings are made of metal and rusted, bombed out, abandoned. Even a fucking tumbleweed will go rolling by in the middle of town at the crossroads ahead. It's all desolate, empty, and only the whistling wind.
Bren will look at the panels while she is landing to try to guess how long this storm is going to last.
Yep.
So I'm going to roll... I'm going to roll my science
That sounds like a science, yeah.
with education
Oh, hype
on
science roll.
what it's actually going to be.
Planetology?
That's fine.
Holy shit, man.
I'm
think that
I'm
might
just
be-
rolling.
I think that might be what we want.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a good roll, man. You've been on this planet and you've studied kind of the weather patterns out here. The wastes are unpredictable and violent. Ships that fly around here need to be careful to avoid, these sandstorms. Commonly, if you don't have any purpose being in them, you'll take a wide berth, spend, a couple extra hours flying around the sandstorms. This one will probably last for another at least 2 or 3 days, although they could last up to a week. You don't know how long.
Nice.
It's supposed to be a 1, I just realized. Boom.
2 to 3 days to a week.
Mhm.
Jesus.
Of your survival? Was that?
That's the sandstorm.
Sandstorm that we're in.
Oh.
Yeah. And speaking of that,
Do we get
Drop.
shot with a cannon?
Yeah, you get shot with a fucking orbital laser cannon. Fuck it. Oh wait, I unbound that key. I have voice mods, FI, because I haven't spoken to most of you yet. Huzzah!
What's up?
Do you want to hear what's on? I'm just gonna go quickly over what I've set my numpad to. So there's.
Claire, is that what you wanted, Luke? Text that added?
Yes, thank you.
Alright.
What? Then I have that. Then that.
Okay.
Then that.
Alrighty. Was that fucking bone trouser?
I have a lot of random shit. Yes,
Yeah.
Is it bone trouser or bone
Yeah.
trouble?
Trousel.
Drowsel. Yeah, because there's a cell at the end.
Alrighty.
Alright.
So,
I love it.
Luke, you're following your lead, coming hot off of the exchange at the arcology, where some nice lads offer you some information. You fly out
I
into
feel
the
like they
waste
weren't nice lads.
and follow the you follow the highways out. They gave you the tip off about which direction to head, so you fly down into the southeast, and you similarly find this huge, never-ending sandstorm that stretches up to the north and the south. Eventually, as you drive down or fly down the highway,
Fly across the highway. Power down weapons. Full powered thrusters.
you have weapons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just one.
whoops. Okay. Well, anyway. All right, you flying in?
I like to tease my cards a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Whatever that
just
means.
power
Whatever
through
that
that
means, I'm ignoring
storm. I'm gonna keep an eye on the ship's sensors, electronic sensors, and just keep my eyes peeled on the ground as well,
Yeah.
looking around from the cockpit, just in case I miss anything. The sensors might from the sandstorm.
Make a pilot check for me, or a recon check for me, real quick.
Recon. All right. Recon. I have a recon of 0. I would like to add my intelligence to this,
That's
so
fine.
it becomes a -1. Oh wait, I haven't joined the thingy bubba yet.
Trying to
Where's
use big brain.
the foundry link? I don't.
It's the Nagrok link.
Nagrok link. What the fuck is a Nagrok?
It's this man's router.
What did you
and
just call me?
writer.
I just called you a Nagrok, son.
Yeah, well, the Nagrok. If your
What?
internet provider doesn't know how to
Hey,
do
what
things.
up? What up, my
What the
Nagrok?
fuck, bro?
Login successful.
Calm the fuck down.
I'm excited. This is gonna be the first roll. It's gonna set the tone for the session. Either stupidly unlucky or stupidly lucky.
That's not that important.
It is. The first roll is always important. It sets
Okay.
the tone.
Yeah. All right. Snake Eyes calling it. Do it. Calling it.
All right. Jumba. All right.
Oh, no.
Oh, 3.
Hey Nick, you'll probably get a text from Brian.
I already got a text.
Why?
I don't know. I told Brian I was busy. I assume you, you also told Brian you were busy.
All right.
The
So
I
entire
don't-
security-
I don't have my phone, so I'm not gonna hear it.
Luke, you're flying through the sandstorm, and eventually you see the same thing. The buildings sprawled out as on the outskirts of this town, until eventually you start flying over the town proper with the buildings. Tren and Edward, Harlow, and Lena, you can actually hear the roar of the ship's engines as it starts flying by over the town, coming up. And Fargon, you can look down and see their ship parked in the middle of the street amidst the sandstorm blowing. Everything around is pretty brown and unseeable otherwise.
All right. Does the ship have? Does this ship have external speakers?
Sure.
I'm gonna fly down nice and close, so so they're positioned front of the cockpit. And I'm gonna go onto the speakers and say, "This is Captain Fargon of the Eternal. Identify yourselves."
Do we have external speakers?
Yeah, I have 2 questions. 1, I have external. When do we have external speakers? 2, do I know who the Fargon are
Or the Eternals?
or the
Or
Eternals? And do I know anything about that?
Who are the Eternals, Luke?
That's the name of the ship
Oh,
of
okay.
the
All
Eternal.
right, I didn't know that was the name of the ship. All right.
Oh,
That's the call sign
we didn't
of the-
catch that.
We just
Okay.
mentioned that.
Ah,
Yeah.
my
Do we have
apologies.
external
I
speakers?
look on the scanner and go,
I
oh,
think
that makes
maybe you could have like, if you go into your cockpit, you could have like a thing that you could pull up that you speak into and goes into your speakers. You know.
Oh, by the way, the ship is 85 meters long and 25 meters wide.
It's probably
Just
bigger
int-
than ours.
It's very bigger than yours.
Yeah, it's like shooting up. It's like shooting up wasteland dust all over the town. Like wind is blowing
it
hard
is-
everywhere.
Yeah, it's like creating a little cavity below it from downward thrust, like a little, like a ditch.
All right, so I'll answer that in a moment. But first, GM, this ship isn't ours. So what's the ship's name? Or
That's
does it
your-
have at least a tail
That's
number?
your thing. I don't know.
It's
The
not my
trans-
It's not
ship.
our
It's
ship.
just a fucking.
The
It's not.
transponder
It's not.
is
It's just a
signaling.
fucking ship.
Eternal.
It's just a thing.
Yeah,
You can
no,
name it
the
if you
ship
want.
yours, yes. I'm just trying to figure out what ours is, so I
Oh,
can
your
properly.
ship. Fuck.
I'm trying to properly identify myself.
I don't even really consider it a spaceship. I know that it is, but it's kind of just a taxi. You're not even allowed to take it off planet without permission.
Just give it a number and call it taxi cab.
Execab
Aerocab.
23.
Yeah, literally.
I grab the thing and click on the
Taxi
speaker. and go,
45.
This is Yameko, pilot of Taxi 45. I have brought some crew with me here. We're here to see someone. Hang on one moment. Who are we here to see? Ye shouts back because
I don't know.
we're here to beat
fuck
the
if I
doctor
know.
guy, the contact of our doctor. I don't know. Anyway, too much chattering on the mic, but that's who we are. And what are you doing here, if I may ask?
You hear a pause. Sorry, you don't hear a pause. There's a pause, and then over speakers again.
I hear a
Ellipses.
buzz.
Yeah. And then over the speakers I say,
Yes, thank you.
I'll be landing. Name's just call me Captain Fargon. I'm a bounty collector, and I'm here for a man named Mason. And then the ship starts to lower.
Wait, wasn't Mason the name of the guy on the asteroid?
No.
This is for the DM. No?
Miles.
Miles.
Yeah,
God
Miles
damn
is
it.
the dude.
There's okay.
God damn
So
it.
I'm using
My
a lot of
brain!
similar naming.
I know what
sounds.
Mason is supposed to be.
Mason Galt. There's the shady Miles guy. There's Miles, who was the announcer on the thing, and there was also Mr. Moto, that our good friend
like the woo.
Captain Fargon found. But anyway, yeah, you gotta start taking notes.
I am.
I am actually starting.
Oh, bless the players when they take notes.
Yeah,
Blessed be the player that takes the notes.
yeah, it's
I
pretty hard.
finally
You
have a
to,
place to put the note.
You probably have to land your ship right in the square center of the town, where the,
Oh, yeah,
the streets
I'm
are
happy to do
widest
that.
and on a crossroad.
I flick the rear cargo bay so it faces the center of the town.
This man just opened a cargo bay in the middle of a sandstorm. Bro, you don't care about your internals at all.
Don't worry, there's an airlock door behind me. So the door just sort of, the ramp comes down, and then there's another door behind that with two like hard panels. Bulkhead doors, and they just slide open. There's nothing in the cargo bay. And out walks your boy, Captain Petty Officer 3, Farragon. I'll post in the text chat the little reference image I have. And he's got a desert camo style big cloak on with a kilt and a kilt with the same sort of desert camo pattern. And there's a little something jutting up behind him under his cloak. And he's got
have you ever seen a
belt
rock
on.
walk?
I'm back from the restroom.
Arr, what?
Look at it. It's a rock, and it walks.
Many have attempted to offend me or provoke reactions. Many have failed.
What?
That sounds interesting.
Do you not see the rock walking?
So he stands at 6 foot 4 inches and weighs just shy of 200, just over 200 kilograms.
Oh, that
Which
metric.
in American didgeridoo units is
Can you put that in bananas?
Yeah, actually, what is that in freedom?
440 pounds.
Oh, that's a thick boy.
Yeah, look in the text
And-
chat. He posted a
Look
thing.
at that one.
You
Yeah,
can
I'm
also
looking
put
at
that
it
in the
right now.
general chat, Luke. It doesn't matter. Or you put
Oh,
that.
awesome.
does.
He has not 2 eyes on that image, but 3, where the left eye is slightly higher, and there's a second one. And they're both made of, looks like a crystally, slimy, gelatinous sort of material. And he's got like you know those minerals where it's like just a cube? He's got like jottings of that on his carapace, and there's one on his right eyebrow. It's like dark and cloudy and black. And his entire carapace is again like dark sort of stone.
Alright, DM, have
Very
any of us seen a
asymmetric.
walking rock?
We could probably roll to know of it.
I mean, would
It's
you
probably
say-
a sophontology science roll, I would think, with education.
Oh, Brian shared a.
Oh, nope, I ain't even trying. I can tell you for sure I don't. I'd have a minus
hey, look
5.
at that. Hey, Luke, could you give a little bit more information about your species to Trent, since he has actually heard about them pretty well?
Would you like is he rolling for culture or anatomy?
Kind of
Or
just a
general
general
juice.
overview of who you are. You know, like what the general
Well-
population of the area would know about your species.
Well, they know that they are obviously made of rock. They're carbon silicon based life forms, so they both have elements of carbon and silicon. They are called the Gravarin. Their home world is extremely volcanically active, and they reproduce via a form of mitosis, and they're asexual. So yeah, hence the mitosis.
An
And they don't
additional
have
thing to
gender.
know about them is that they are a CIMC labor race. They were discovered relatively not too long ago and are employed. They were discovered during a low tech level of their evolution and were kind of employed as a labor race on their planet, as mining and other such things.
Their current population universally is around is around just over 1 billion. Like very recently 1 billion. And they can live just over 100 years.
Interesting creature, that's for sure.
I'll be back in one
Yes.
second.
Certainly.
Rock.
It looks like you definitely seem someone that you certainly would not want to be on the wrong side of, so I will do my best to keep myself in your favor. Because I can certainly tell that you would win in a fight.
Wait, we let him on the ship?
I assume you're outside the ship?
I assumed that you guys walked out of the ship when I went to the
Yeah.
bathroom, so I would have joined, yes.
I did not walk out the ship. That is a sandstorm, and I am a wet boy.
I would have Lena would have walked out of the ship, just sort of sighed slightly, knowing she's gonna have to do some serious laundry. Welcome back.
Captain
case you don't-
Fargon of the Eternal, and I hold out my very large hand, very rough.
Captain Lena of Sky Taxi 45. I put my hand out and go to shake. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is mutual. Now, what brings you? I have to ask for my own personal safety in my collecting business. What brings you to this town?
Well, we're here to sort of meet with a contact of one of my friends. I don't really know them personally.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you some background, Lena. Okay.
Yeah, because I wasn't freaking here last time.
You were here last session. Okay, last session we are going after Coomer's target.
Yep.
Where pretty much the person stole some documentation, and we went to a random town, which was considered the farthest thing to the west. Me and Coomer went into a bar. Coomer started throwing up. Two people like ran out of the bar towards our ship. I chased after them. Edward stunned them. I then eventually shot one of them while the other one was like stunned. And then we interrogated them, and they told us about this town pretty much because we're trying to hunt down, because based on a rumor that the caravan that stole the scientific knowledge is on its way across here, and that they would most likely be in this town.
Alright. We're on a bit of a bounty hunting mission of sorts,
I'm glad you remembered that.
and we've collected information that has led us to this location to be a point of interest in our investigation of the matter.
My quarry is apparently in this town, so I'll be searching it quite thoroughly. You're more than welcome to join me in your search as well.
Sounds good to me. Let me...
Also,
What are the
my
guys doing?
character has been blank-faced this entire time. No visual emotes.
It's a rock.
Yeah.
Literally a rock.
You still see there's like obvious facial muscles, just they haven't been used.
One moment while I walk back inside and let everybody else know. What's up? I'm
Give a
walking
nod.
right. Yeah. Guys, so our new friend here, at least he seems to be not an enemy, so that's good. Is also here on doing bounty hunting stuff. And they offered to allow us to go with them. I don't think they're hunting the same person, but they offered to let us join them
They are.
while they search the place. Oh, they are the same person.
You don't know that, but
Don't break my immersion.
You do know
my
that.
immersions, Mark.
He mentioned Mason. That's the guy you're looking for.
Listen, I wouldn't know that I wasn't
I'm
here.
role
That
playing as I can't remember anything.
You guys gotta stop drinking.
Fucking hell, this is why I play sober. My god.
I
No,
take
our
a drink of my
characters are
beers,
drunk.
I
We're
agree with
not.
you.
I can't drink at work. What do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
But yeah, so we're all sort of hunting people. So it kind of makes sense for us to all work together on this matter. They offered to let us join them.
You're a big game hunting.
Yeah. So you guys want to head out and join this guy? Does anybody have like a wet suit that we can fill with water for the blap?
Flap does not want to go into the sandstorm because he is wet, and that just sounds like
A nightmare.
stand everywhere on a
Like I
blap.
impose
thing.
a bane to any athletic shit you do. Type of thing.
like
What I'm saying is we get a waterproof suit. We duct tape the boots to it, duct tape gloves to it, and then we put Blap in the suit, then we just dump water into the suit, so Blap's walking around in a suit filled with water.
A little bit of a side tangent, but there will be a time, Tren, when we find ourselves like stranded in the desert or some shit like that, and I will impose harsh penalties on you for that.
I know
Prepare.
you will.
Be prepared.
You're
for
mean.
That. Just be prepared for
You're
it.
mean.
I'm telling you now. That means I'm not mean. Fuck you. Regardless, the sandstorm blows around you. The town is desolate, and the wind howls.
I've been standing in the open for too long. We should get moving.
Yes.
Do you plan on splitting your team or moving as a group, clearing house to house? I would recommend moving as one unit.
As would I.
Avoid unnecessary casualties.
I concur with that matter. Anyone who's not too afraid to get sandy, let's go.
Yar, let's go.
Is that a pirate?
Yes.
A rockman? Aye, Captain. Hello.
None of you except Tren know what this thing is.
Oh, what the fuck?
And nobody
Would
asked
you-
me
you
what
can
it
roll for
was.
if you want, Teach, but that's
No,
up to you.
alright, I don't know what
But
this
Tren
is.
could tell you if you ask him, or he tells you.
No, unless somebody asked, no.
Yeah,
I
he's
just-
just gonna
I-
pretend like she's seen this before, and
This is
and
a huge,
just
scary
rude.
rock man in a big, scary cloak.
And I
And
asked,
kill.
Yar, how do you get your rocks off? Yar.
That's hardly an appropriate first thing to say to a man. Assuming
It
it's
wouldn't be
male?
the first. Well, gender does not quite apply to my species, as that wouldn't be the first time I heard that pun as an introduction.
Fair.
No offense taken. Good to know you have a sense of humor, though.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure is mutual. Now,
And I swing around an assault shotgun with a forward grip in the form of a chainsaw handle, and I rack back the bolt.
let's get clearing.
And I'm gonna make my way over to the nearest house.
Ye will draw her sword and follow,
Base.
vaguely using the giant rock as cover.
Smart.
I follow,
I'm
but
gonna
I'm hanging
load.
behind.
I'm gonna load normal rounds this time because I assume these buildings are made out of wood.
No, not wood. There's no wood on
Oh.
this planet. Metal
Not even
and
synth
sandy
wood?
brick.
Oh, easy. Wait, does the brick have like organic parts that might burn?
No. There's
Alright, I
a
loaded
there's a
the
wasteland
wood.
sand around you. They
Somewhere.
pack that
Oh.
into bricks, leave it out in the sun, let it heat up, and then
Yeah,
stack
yeah.
it.
Alright, I'm gonna load normal anyway because incinerary ammunition is expensive. Yes, I purchased incinerary ammunition for an automatic shotgun.
I like it.
I
To
know.
great effect.
Yeah, this motherfucker
Yeah.
saw what the great effect was.
I mean, if you don't watch the video, I threw 3 guys with auto rifles at him, and in a close range situation with his shotgun, he won handily.
I'd love to see the video.
Yeah, it's uploaded. I posted it. Okay.
Awesome.
Uh,
Maybe we need to watch it later.
When he said he threw how many 3 guys at me, I threw one of them off the balcony of an arcology,
Down
so to
hundreds of
speak.
stories through an arcology.
Well,
One
technically
fire.
he fell. Yeah, technically he fell by
But
himself,
anyway.
but I would have pushed him off.
We are now searching the town. It sounds like you're all sticking together. So, who has
Mhm.
the highest?
Not me.
What are we looking for?
Christ.
Investigation, recon, thoughts.
I would say
Con 2.
recon.
I
Recon.
have a 0 in investigation.
Recon sounds fun to me. Who has the highest recon score?
I got recon
Can I?
2.
Is there rules for like assisting another player using
Yeah, that's why I'm
their
asking.
skill
So
check?
whoever has the highest should roll, and then whoever is with them should assist if they would like
I would
to.
I would like to assist with. Do I have to roll to assist? Like, if I want to
You,
roll an
you roll your
intelligence
recon
leadership check.
and then add the effect to their roll, which can be
Yes,
Oh, it has
positive
to be
or
the same
negative.
thing.
If your effect
It
is
has to
minus
be
2,
the
it
same
works
thing.
minus 2.
Yeah, so
Okay.
if you fail it, that also applies. It's a
Okay,
risk.
I was gonna say, could I try and use my my leadership to help the new squad I found?
That could help. I think that would work.
Awesome.
Somebody else should probably roll the recon then.
I'll roll the recon.
Slash rule 2d6 plus 2. Just a 6.
So you actually are going to apply a -2 to the following
my-
roll.
What?
I roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we just said. Yeah, the effect.
That's what
If
we
it's
just explained to
negative,
you.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know
A
that, but I thought
standard DM is 8.
6 to 7. I thought 6 to 7 was a neutral effect, like no effect.
No, I told you this. If you want to succeed at
There's a
something, you have to
table.
roll an 8. That's standard. It could be higher, but
I
8 is a baseline.
I remember that.
If you roll under an
remember
8, if you roll under an 8, you failed. Period.
God damn. I remember that, but I swear to God, there was like a table of like what you roll and then a dice modifier next to what you roll.
Nope,
and then,
that's
like,
how it works.
6 to 7.
So
Okay.
anyway,
Alright.
all right. So you're gonna
I'm
apply
ready.
a -2 to the recon roll. Is anybody else rolling recon to help teach?
I'm sorry. I fucked up.
listen, if I roll recon, it's at least a -3.
I'll roll recon, but I don't think I could help him from the ship.
Oh, you're not helping? Oh, don't roll then.
You're using the ship's sensors and you just start shouting.
Yeah, you want to use
"Ah!"
sensors? That's a good idea. Would you like to try using the ship's sensors to try to pick something up while you're there?
Oh, while I'm just sitting in the ship? Sure. What
That
would
would
you
work for
consider
me.
that? Pilot?
Electronic sensors.
Electronic sensors? Okay, I can do that.
That makes
Sounds
sense
like
to me.
SpongeBob music.
And I'll add one for my
Fuck you.
education to understand it.
You.
no. Nope.
Well, Trent, you could
Sensors are
take your
telling me
time with
nothing.
that. If you
Well,
take your
I'll
time
take
with
a
that,
lot
you
of
could
time.
probably add a DM to that, and while they're searching the town, go ahead and make your search recon roll, Edward.
Recon -2.
-2. Yeah.
Wee. I don't even care.
You passed anyway. Nice. Excellent.
Yeah.
I looked through the scope on me rifle and scanned the town.
Edward is kind of funny. He's kind of like, he leads you into a house, and hey, dude, how do you like breach this first house that you're looking at, Luke?
Oh, you're looking at Farragon?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to check the lock, see if it's locked. Tilt it open a little bit, see if there's a traditional like wire trap, and then I'm going to like do a countdown, and then go, and then kick the door down, run in, look at the corners with the shotgun raised.
And he's doing all this, and you're standing outside, like you see him tactically breach, go ham on this door, and then the sandstorm kicks up the wind around you a little bit, and to your left you see a green metal sign sticking up next to the highway, and you see a road sign that says Old 7, and it points forward, and in the briefest glimpse you actually see it looks like a silo or some kind of tower stretching up in the north, and you actually see a little bit of flash of light in the sandstorm while you're standing outside as Fargon breaches this building.
Oh, yeah, I'm hanging back. Like, I don't know.
This light was probably a couple of kilometers down the highway. Pretty far off. It's just like this bright flash of light that you see, and you see the vague silhouette of a tower as the sandstorm lets up a tiny little bit that you can see enough.
Yards, you see a tower, Lena, in the distance.
Let me see.
In the storm.
Tower in the storm. Well, I didn't see it when I was flying. Let's see. Can I?
Were there any structures on your sensors? Do you remember?
I wasn't particularly worried about that far ahead because I had us high enough that we weren't going to hit anything in the area.
Tren, you do pick up some kind of electrical output, some kind of reading picking up on your sensors coming up from the west side of the highway. Not in the town, but a few kilometers out that way.
Can I like roll recon to see if I can actually like see
Oh.
a tower in the distance?
I was muted, sorry.
If Luke points it out to you, you see it. It's you don't see any flashes of light, but there is some kind of vague structure out there. It takes you like some
Sure.
staring and actively looking for it to
Yeah.
spot it.
Farragon just points it out. Captain Farragon.
Yep.
I'm not a pirate. You're the pirate.
What?
Crap.
It's definitely a tower of some or something. That's you're not imagining that. That's something.
Is Trent even able to see west with the car?
No,
I
but
assume-
your sensors are picking something up at least.
Would my ship sensors be more powerful?
Could
Or
be.
it's the same?
It'd be the
Could
same
be.
result.
I'm just gonna take a quick break from clearing houses and go into the cockpit of my ship, and then just do a quick scan for any structures using electronics sensors.
Well, you were breaching the house.
Oh, while I was breaching the house, that was happening. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Gotcha.
okay, anyway. You can definitely do
Tren
that.
would calls people, but nobody has a phone but Tren.
Yeah, Tren picks that up in the sensors, and let's just say, Luke, that you're sitting in the house, you hear Edward and Ye talking about that. So if you want to, you can go back to your ship and check out your sensors if you'd like. Tren, you pick up the sensors, and Edward, you definitely saw some kind of flash of light out in that direction.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely head back out, hear what they're talking about, then check my ship sensors, see if it picked up anything at this point.
You can roll electronic sensors real quick, see what you get.
Roll 2d6. Can I use intelligence?
Sure.
Yes. Awesome. Hold on, I got +2. It seriously sounds like SpongeBob music. God damn it, another 6!
Alright, I'll change it if you'd like.
It's the music's fault.
Why am I
obviously.
rolling 2s every fucking time?
So yeah, you don't see shit.
Your
Your sensors, kind of just
They don't
not ready for
read
this kind of
shit.
thing.
Sandstorm's
Yeah.
interference.
You got some sand in your sensors, man. You gotta clean that out with a rag later.
Compressed air can. Just. Right.
Wait, would I have seen Fargon go into his ship?
Sure.
I would kind of like ping him, being I saw him go in the ship, and see if he would answer, like the call.
I click on my comms console in the cockpit and turn it on speaker.
Yes.
There's something off to the west. Unfortunately, my ship's faced the wrong way, and I don't want to lift this off and drop it back down.
There's plenty of space in my ship if you wanna. If one of you can point, I can fly us over there. If you have a ship gunner, that would be useful too. I'll be powering up the weapon as we head over.
I would like to say something. From this point going forward, you accept the risk of getting into combat, taking on opponents and investigating them, scouting them, and seeing what their equipment is and what your options are, and planning your attack and what your loadouts are and everything. Because if I TPK you, we are re-rolling characters. That's how it's gonna work.
All right.
So take care of yourselves.
Don't worry. I'll
Think
won't do
about
anything
what
dumb
you're
or
doing.
reckless.
Plan ahead. Don't get killed.
I can speak from personal experience playing with his combat before. Seriously, take your time when you're like playing combat.
We're not playing D&D. If you tell me that instead of like actively just walking in and engaging someone in combat, you think ahead, you make up your plan, think tactically, come up with a solution to a situation.
Okay.
I'll kill you. I'm gonna make that clear. I'll kill you if you do something stupid and I find it stupid and you put yourself in a bad spot. If we TPK, then we are re-rolling and the campaign will pick up from some other point.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's going to
Okay.
be from now on. So I want everybody to understand that as we go forward. With
All right,
that
let's
said,
go, baby.
you are standing in
Straight
a
to the
sandstorm.
TPK, boys!
You are standing in the
Yay.
middle of a sandstorm as the sandstorm blows around you. In the streets, the wind is howling. There's a structure off to the west, and there's a big green sign that says Big 7.
Hmm.
Does
we
any
all
of you know how to operate a ship weapon?
No, but I'm really good at flying.
Yar, I can operate
Let's
turret.
swap. You can operate turret? Alright,
Yar.
let's swap.
Hash it off.
I'll point. Oh my god. I point out to where the what do you call it? The gunning seat is on my ship for the Is it a laser? What's it called? A beam laser. Yeah.
I guess Tren is flying the other ship.
And then I'll hop in the
Yeah.
pilots
I'll.
of the big ship.
Yep. And I'm gonna head to the briefing room and I'm going to prepare a briefing.
What's the name of the ship again?
Eternal. Oh, the Eternal.
Okay, thank you.
It has a. Hold on. Do you want the what you call Bidgerbot to call it?
Yes.
Link.
Ship stats
Alright.
vaguely. Yeah, that sounds useful.
All right. I'll just put it in general.
Works for me.
Oh shit. Fuck. All right, there you go.
Awesome.
I just called it the TAC Hab 2.0, but yeah, I budgeted this thing to Kingdom Come. And don't forget, even though it has a peak power of -3, it's got high efficiency batteries, so we're good for combat.
Awesome.
Also, you, when flying, you have a +2 because I put aero fins on this thing. In atmosphere, that is.
Okay, so I have a +2 in Atmo.
Yep.
So for my piloting checks, awesome.
For piloting.
Nice.
Also, yeah, we got a tow cable on this thing, a workshop. Yeah, just the
Can we stick the
laser
other?
beam.
Can we stick the other tiny craft in this thing?
It has a cargo space of 4.3 tons. Yours.
Hold
What's
on.
the? How big is it? Like in spaces or hull points?
Give me 1 second, I can pull it up really quick.
Okay.
Somebody posted it in the
Because
Discord.
It's 20 tons. I don't think it would fit.
20. That's vehicle tons though. Vehicle tons is. Wait, no, I think. No, for shipping it's different. It's like
Yeah.
divided by 2. That's it still won't fit. Sorry.
That's fine.
You would
I was
still
just
need 10
thinking-
tons of space.
Yeah.
That's fine. We have
Shipping.
that thing is the shield.
Just oh no, a missile! Phew, boom! Barrel rolls into the missile. Thank you. Also, we have a fair bit of armor. We have 4 points of armor
Mm-hmm.
and a.
So we don't have a jump
rating
drive.
is- No, this thing doesn't have a jump drive. It's planet bound. It's too expensive. Like both in
Noted.
space and money.
Are we fast?
We have a
Yes.
maneuver of 3.
You are
so
very
for a
fast.
spaceship.
Compared to things on the
Yes.
ground, you are very fast.
Okay, good. So we
But I
should.
can actually tell you the maximum acceleration of this thing.
Yeah, I just want to know basically
29.
if shit hits the fan, we need to get out and fast.
It has an acceleration of 65 miles per hour.
Nice.
That's the acceleration, so I don't know if that's really good. Oh no, wait, that would be miles. No, that's the speed. Sorry, no, accelerate. Wait, no, that's miles per hour. Per hour or per second? Fucking physics.
Does it smell
fuck
like
it.
copper in here to anybody else?
3G.
Acceleration. Yeah. Okay.
3G. 3 Gs
Accelerator,
of acceleration
I think I'm
laterally.
having an aneurysm.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. You're having an aneurysm. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
3G acceleration
fast.
makes sense. Yeah, that's fast.
Aneurysm? Understand.
Also, this thing has underwater functionality. It's basically submarine.
Yeah, but tell
we
you
So
don't
if we're
what,
have-
though,
flying, we
I don't think that's going to matter on this planet. I don't think you want to put your ship in the oceans here.
It's a
Wait,
sulfur
what the
sea.
Yeah.
The seas will burn your skin.
And
Maybe
they're-
not his.
Testicles.
Alrighty.
Alright, so if they're flying, I guess I'm gonna fly the small ship myself to follow them. I'm still not getting out of the
I'm
ship
wherever
till the
the gun is.
sandstorm ends.
You know, we could just. We really should get Blap in this thing.
It would be kind of useful just having somebody swoop enemies with a fucking ship.
Yeah, you know what? They can be the bait, and then we go ba 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 with our turrets.
We only have one turret. And it only has one gun.
Go bap.
Bap.
Singular bap.
Also, it's a beam, so it's more like a.
It goes.
All right.
All right.
So, GM Faust, Panzer Faust.
Hello.
Yes.
We approach the building.
How? I need
Uh,
more information than that.
let's-
How are you
Well,
approaching the
military
building? How are you flying
formation.
together? What are you
How
doing?
far
You
away
know?
is the building?
Hey, okay. Can I roll military tactics for our formation?
I would love
Yeah.
it if you guys would think more about this.
Okay. I reckon if we come in.
Well, can I or
high
not?
During
Yeah,
the
you can, yes.
storm.
Okay, I'm trying to think about it. Fucking yelling at it.
I
Sorry.
think
Don't
it would
get
be
angry,
smart
are you mad?
to go really high up, try and get out of audio range so that the sound of the sandstorm
Agreed.
obstructs our sound of our engines, and then
Mm.
ideally get higher than their ground-based radar,
Agreed. Very
and
much.
then sort of get above it and then come straight down. But also,
Yes,
you
if-
know, somebody needs to pay attention and let me know if something gets missile lock on us, because I'm gonna punch it.
This thing does not have any countermeasures to missiles.
It's called going real fast.
Really fast.
Valid. Absolutely valid.
You see, the turret is like a double gun turret, but only one of the gun slots has a gun in it, and that's the laser one. The other one was supposed to be a sandcaster, but it wasn't in the budget.
I got money.
I only had $10 million to work with.
Only 10 million.
For a ship, that's not a lot.
The rest, collectively, we have like 17 extra million. We could just shove 17 extra million into this damn thing.
Oh my god, please, I beg of you.
All right, so
Let's just use this. Yeah, let's
Edward,
play.
tell me about your leadership role you're doing. Like, what are your plans for approaching this situation?
I have a briefing room as well, if that helps, on board the
Or
ship.
you guys could like think about this together. Like,
I
well, yeah,
reckon-
Bradley
I'll
just gave a great idea.
I
Coming from above.
Yep. So since you rolled pretty good, I would give my input a little bit. This town was abandoned, right? You know that from what you were told, that you were told this town was an abandoned town, and it seems that way. So any activity out here, any lights, this could be your target, and your spaceships are big and loud. The sandstorm is obscuring you a little bit, but you need to be careful, because if you alert them and they know about you coming, your life's going to be a lot harder. They're only about 5 or 6 miles out from the town that you landed in.
Are they within sensor range of this ship?
They are, and Trent already picked them up on the sensors. And if you pick up in the spaceships to get a better look from a distance, you can see that there is a large silo out on the east side of this bar. And it is a bar. It's this very long rectangular bar. If you look on the map, do you guys see the desert map in Foundry?
I don't own a token in this
No.
scene.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
And also it's paused.
Ditto!
Hang on.
Ditto.
You don't need to.
Still can't see nothing.
I'm gonna kill
Man,
you.
I can't see shit!
Yeah, you're gonna disable token vision, is what you need
I
to
will.
do.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Aha.
that's beautiful! It's
Oh, shit,
animated!
it's animated. What the fuck?
Oh,
I
the
don't see it.
building! Oh, the buildings are so realistic. Holy shit, they got like flickering lights. Oh my god, there's dudes everywhere. Guys, this is an amazing map. It's a shame you can't see it all.
Are you being?
I'll beat this shit out.
And real talk though, the animated background is freaking cool, and I don't know.
It is fucking
Dang,
beautiful.
it's all
Looks
great.
very
I
nice.
love
Yes,
this
it's
like
from Frag Maps, from Patreon.
frag maps.
Dang,
Yeah, he makes very good
Like how
stuff.
it's see a rock just running
Do you
around.
guys see the white lines? Like the
Yes.
Yeah.
outlines?
Yes, we
Do
do.
you see anything else on the map besides that?
I
Nope.
see.
Except the
No.
background.
Then
Sand.
life is dream.
Life
Yeah.
could be a dream.
Life is dream. Okay, so as you see, there's a large rectangular building. It's the bar. It's It's the old 7. You can see that there's an old, not working neon sign stretching up on a post, sitting up on this desert highway. Out the back, there's some kind of large tarp over something, just sitting out in the back in the desert as a sandstorm blows by. There's no movement, no lights, nothing to see if you take a look from the distance.
I'm going to contact Edward Teach through the ship's communications.
Keep your weapon trained. Keep the ship's weapon trained on that top. I have a bad feeling about it.
Aye. And I'll
Your ship
train my
doesn't have
gun.
weapons.
Ah, fuck.
Yes.
I said I go wherever the gun is. Which ship had the
Yeah.
gun?
Oh, you
He
go
went
in the...
My
our
sh-
ship.
my
He's in
ship
our
has a
ship.
gun.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could you guys tell me where you
the
are?
Eternal.
Alright, I missed it.
The
Where
Eternal-
are you guys?
I am where the
Okay.
gun is.
He's
So-
in the gun of the
Edward is gone.
Yay, Fargon, and Edward are all in the Eternal, which is my ship, which has the gun and all the cool shit. And Tren is stuck in the cringe missile absorber mobile.
Yes. You are the countermeasures.
Yeah, you are the countermeasure. Also, go back on the comms.
Also, please make sure you close the fuel scoops on the ship. I don't want sand in them.
Aye.
Oh, that was to the cockpit, because this
Oh.
ship doesn't have a bridge, it has a cockpit.
Roger. Close the fuel scoop.
You got sand in it.
What was that before you came in here?
Fuck!
You landed a
You've been
ship.
scooping sand this whole time.
It's
came
going
in
to be
and
full of
landed.
glass.
Oh, it's gonna be
God
such a
damn it, I have to
maintenance
throw-
bill. Oh, pain.
Don't worry, I'll come under the normal maintenance bill I can't afford currently because it's $7,000.
Oh, I can take care of that. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm joking. It's like, how much is that? Monthly maintenance, $700.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can
that's not
definitely cover that.
I can cover that. It's fine.
Listen, you could add 2 zeros and I could still cover that.
The fuck is wrong with your bank account?
You don't
I'm the only one
understand.
with on-hand cash.
No, I have
on-hand
on-hand cash.
It's not,
Not
that
that
much
much.
because, well, you know, I have a $10 million ship that I
Yeah.
actually own completely. Ha
Yeah.
ha.
Mm. And how's your ship
We
deck
could-
going, huh?
Hold on, hold on.
Maintenance fees?
How are you doing
don't know.
big swing for ships now, Christ?
No.
We literally have so many ship shares. It's disgusting. We
Oh,
could
yeah.
have bought this ship for you
We could
if
have
you
bought your
knew.
ship.
It was mustering out bonus, damn it. I'm
Nice.
not gonna let you buy it. Anyway,
We'll upgrade the
Uh,
grab a bit.
so is this, so how big is the scale here? I assume, you said it's a boss, so I assume it's like 1-to-1, so it's just one square is,
No, don't
Oh, why is
look
it
at
in
the scale. This is just to give you a reference of how it's laid out.
oh, okay.
It's a pretty big
Why
building.
is this empty? Because you're in America.
If we parked the ship behind this ridge here, would it conceal it from the opposite side, from the ground level of the building?
Yeah, but I feel like I need to make you make a pilot or a stealth check to see how well you do bringing it in.
I can
Oh, no,
pilot.
no, I'm not talking like right here. I'm talking like a fair bit away.
A fair bit away.
Like
Yeah.
20
all the
feet
way
away.
over here kind of thing. And just
Yeah, like,
have
all
them
the
not
way.
be visually able to see us because this exists.
That's fine as long as
Yeah.
you're willing to walk through the desert
Alright.
a little bit. You gotta.
How
It's
long?
pretty distance away. Like
Pretty distance.
walking through
Alright,
the
we can do
highway
that.
would probably have been easier.
Yes,
no,
but also
we'll
you're
go off
expecting
road.
the
I have
highway-
a solution.
That's
I assume
true.
the highway directly connects to here. If we don't want to approach through the
Yeah, that's
normal.
true. There is a parking lot out the front that connects to the highway. So yeah, if you pull out around the ships, probably up to the north would be the best angle. That doesn't go across the highway.
Hmm.
Yeah, you could
We still
definitely.
don't know if this area is actively hostile.
Always assume it is. And to
That
be
is
pleasantly
fair.
surprised when you're not getting fired at.
All right.
Perhaps we should park the ship close by. In case we do need to leave very quickly, because
Yeah, I was gonna
returning on
say,
foot
It's
from a far
possible you might want
distance
to
would be...
leave me in the ship, and then you call me when you need and to get everybody the fuck out, I can zoom in, pick everybody up, and be your evac. I don't know if that's a terrible idea or a bad idea.
I have a feeling you'll be better as a diplomat in this situation.
Fair.
Bad cop, good cop.
Sure. Why not?
I flash a smile, then goes back to a blank expression, then nod.
Right. Fly in close.
Sounds
Enter the
good.
bar. Neutral intentions. Find Mason. Mason. Extract him. Priority to avoid conflict or end any combatants. I'm more in favor of avoiding conflict and leaving a firefight.
Hey,
Yeah,
Bargon, think about how those guys reacted to you in the arcology.
Asking. Yeah, I know how it's gonna go down. I'll bring that up though.
Yeah, but this time.
When I was looking for Mason, three men tried to kill me. I got the information out to them, but still, bringing up his name is enough to warrant threat upon your life. So I would expect a firefight.
I'm not very good with guns. I'm good with swords.
How good are you with the words?
Depends on what kind of words you want.
Persuasive.
That's a great question. I am pretty good at that. Not necessarily as skilled as my spacecraft, but I am, I'd say, above 0.
If you wish to attempt negotiations, tell them that they will either die in the middle of nowhere, or they can live and hand over Mason.
That works.
And that there is a shipbound laser beam trained on this building, and that when you leave, make sure you stand close to the door. The building will collapse upon them in a puddle of molten slag and glass. Something along those lines. Just had in mind.
Yeah, that's a bit more threatening than persuading.
Use that as a last-ditch thing. And also,
yes.
Let's not actually do that.
As I lean over to the comms to talk to Edward Teach.
Because that's legally a war crime, and also I have my transponder on.
I don't have my headset on, and I don't hear that.
That's very wise of you.
Just as a blank threat, but I do have something that can tilt the balance. If need be.
Does anybody else have any other ideas?
No, but I put my headset back on.
Let's see.
Brian is just like happily staying out of that sandstorm in his little ship by himself.
I'm going to try and transmit a message to Tren and pick up.
This is Captain Falgon of the Eternal. Tren, do you read? Is that you? Is that what his name was? You said Tren?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep giving your calling card. There's 2 of us. Over.
Red, over.
Roger.
Hey, dude, stop. Oh, shit.
I mean, I don't think it's a good idea, but it's an idea. We can sort of, like, vague hover over here. And then we send in the tiny craft to land in the parking lot and just go into the bar and buy drinks.
Flap is not getting out of the car.
So,
the Flap is not leaving
as your
the car.
information has told you, and as the surrounding setting should suggest, there's nobody here. There should not be anybody here. This is an abandoned town in the middle of fucking nowhere, in the middle of a sandstorm. And going into a bar, you would not expect there to be anybody tending the bar.
Or no drinks.
I'm going
Three.
to. I'll pull out one of my thermal smoke grenades. I'm going to hand it to. Is your character's name Miko or is it Lena?
Yeah. Well, so yeah, she's Lena. Thursday. That
Say
is
this
her
in
actual
character.
name.
Explain this shit in character. Ask in character. I want to know
Yeah.
this shit in character.
Right.
You guys
Is
telling
your
each other.
name? What? I'm sorry. What's your full name? Just for reference.
Well,
Okay,
as
cool.
long as you're not the law, my name is Lena Milize. I was kind of on the news the other day, and in order to avoid unwanted attention, I have sort of changed my hair, changed my whole design, and I'm going by the cover name Ye Miko currently.
Nice.
Yeah,
There's a smoke grenade.
thank you.
If you're getting shot at, throw it at your feet and run out of the building.
Okay.
Yar, yes, use smoke grenades. I have infrared
Also-
goggles.
No, this is thermal smoke grenades. This blocks infrared light as well.
Yar,
normal
yar,
light.
damn it.
Probably send more than one person in there, by the way.
I
Like,
might be
I-
coming in very quickly. And
Yeah, like,
also,
I
I
could do-
did look into your bounty when it came on the news along with Mason's. Yours is invalid to my current license.
Good.
Also, it's not that much.
Also accurate.
Oh no.
What's the stat of the thermal smoke grenade?
Blast radius, a diameter of 9. Anything within there has a -2 to be targeted. So if you're in the smoke and you're a target of an attack, the attacker has a -2 penalty to hit you. It doesn't affect outgoing rounds though. So if you're shooting at someone from within the smoke, there's no penalty. It blocks infrared and it affects infrared users and normal vision users as well. So no fancy tech's gonna save you there. Except for X-ray or something, but that's fucking way out there.
Okay, so thermal smoke
And
grenade.
yep, and it lasts for 1d6 times 3 rounds, subject to rain and heavy wind. So throw that indoors and we're good.
Okay, I will.
Put in the sandstorm and watch it disappear.
Yeah, it's going to disappear in the sandstorm.
Yep. All right. So I will. Yeah, I'll just throw that inside when if
Who's
shit
ready
goes
to
wrong.
rumble?
I am.
Yar.
Right. If you want to wait outside the bar, I'm going to get a resort ready.
Okay.
I'm
Have
going
we
to
landed
climb.
yet? I don't think we landed yet. Did we?
That's up
Oh.
to you. Tell me what you guys are doing.
I assume we would like to land outside the bar.
I think we're planning on landing back
Directly.
here and approaching.
How far away?
Yeah.
Well,
How far away? Okay, how far away would I know to be, like,
minimum
they
safe
probably wouldn't be able to
distance,
hear.
right?
It'd probably be like a mile or two away. The sandstorm would probably cover you a bit, but I think to be
Definitely
safe with a ship of your size, probably 2 or 3 miles.
Do we
That's
have?
right.
Is there an RV in this? Is there a ATV?
For one, oddly enough, without it being a full smile, Captain Fargon looks towards you, and he gives a smile, flashing like murky crystal teeth used to break down rocks, metals, and minerals. And he says,
Oh, I have something better than an RV.
Oh.
and he takes you outside, and
What if
on
I
top
like-
of the ship, there's been this unknown mass on the top, on like a cargo rack with a tarp over it. And he undoes one side of the buckling with the tarp, and the wind whoosh blows it over. And lying on the back, on its back, across the ship, is a very, very tall, very bulky and hulking light walker, armored, unarmed, but swift. And I look down at them as I stand upon the cargo rack.
Who's feeling like a walk?
And
I'm joining.
as the turbine engines start up of this big walker, and you hear a as the auxiliary thrusters on this thing on the back begin to spin up as well.
Now, let's go collect a bounty.
Yes.
Yar.
I say we've landed about 2 miles away.
Oh, this thing can shift.
Nice.
Can I get closer with the smaller ship
Roll for it.
safely? Roll for it.
Uh,
Would this be
Pilot,
piloting,
stealth.
or would this be knowledge to know whether I can get closer without issue?
What would you like to roll? What would you like to do?
I would first like to guesstimate whether I can make it before I attempt to make
Maybe
that
maybe like a recon with intelligence.
recon. Okay. So do I think I can get closer?
Yeah, you do think you could get closer. You think that using your intellect, you're piloting the ship. You shut down all external lights. You pull down close to the sand, and a sandstorm flying along the dunes. Sand kicks up along the left side as you skim along the side of the dune, pulling across. You see to the right that the Eternal lands about a mile or two up to the north from you. But you fuck that. You don't want to land in that shit. So you pull up kind of close to the bar, right on the side of the dune, and with a little bit of expert piloting, you pull the ship a little bit to the right, pulling it to the changing the U. Is that the correct term for it? Turning it to the right, and landing it on the sand dune.
Ooh.
Are
Okay.
you asking pitch roll yaw? Are you asking the technical term for turning it sideways?
Something like that. Yeah.
bro, don't ask me that shit.
So anyway.
That would be
Yeah, you do land on the dune right, kind of behind the bar. If you walk over the hill and back down, you'll end up in the tarp area, and there's a door past that, and there's no windows on this back side of the bar.
Okay. I'll leave it parked there and wait for them to come up. I'll be their exit. I'm still not getting out in the sand.
yeah.
So the walker's got a hatch on the top of the torso. So there's no head, traditional head. It's just the torso, then the legs and the arms. And so there's a hatch on the back, lower back. Towards the bottom. It's got like a ladder. Then there's one on the top. Then there's like a reinforced sort of bulkhead-looking ass thing on the front for the main pilot. And then there's 2 seats connected to the pilot seat for the gunners. So you two can hop in there if you so wish. Or you can ride on the outside.
I'll be on
I would
the
recommend
inside,
staying
not on the
inside.
gun, because I am not going to be good
There's
with
no
it.
guns on this thing, by the way.
Oh, okay.
But you do see 2 turrets, one on the left near the left shoulder and one on the center
That's where
lower
they'd be
torso.
sitting too, right?
Turrets?
Turrets, no weapons.
Yeah, you'd be sitting in there.
It's just so it's a turret.
You'd
Oh,
be-
okay.
Oh,
yeah,
no, it's
I
like
still want to do that because then I can shoot. I'll be the turret.
you know, electronically controlled turrets where they have like that little screen and the 2 handles, and you like
Yeah.
turn around. It's like that.
Remote
That's how
turret.
I imagine
Okay.
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can I
Yeah,
can I
we
not
so-
shoot out of it then?
inside so that we can quickly hop out once we get in range.
Pardon? Sorry, the music's a bit loud.
Where do other people sit? Where are they shooting from if they're sitting in your...
Oh, they're basically just sitting behind the pilot in 2 seats with
Do they have access to
little
shooting
gunning
anywhere?
seats. This thing didn't have the budget.
Oh, so no, you can't shoot out of it if you're sitting in it.
You can't shoot out of it. I'm sorry, you don't have. This thing was specifically designed to have turrets. I know. I'm sorry.
You gotta get those equipped. Look, he got it from the Navy. Essentially, how I picture it going down is they were going to scrap it. It's an old, used walker that saw some combat damage. And instead of getting it scrapped, he was like, look, just give it to me, man. And, he managed to actually get it. Because he was he could basically manage to get it. And,
I mean, she get it.
it didn't, they took the weapons, though. It was like, here, you can have it as like a hobby thing.
Yeah.
Demilitarized.
What priced?
Demilitarized.
Yeah, demilitarized effectively, but not demilitarized enough for me, baby.
Yup. I mean, listen, you can stomp on a motherfucker if they start chasing us.
Yar, just smash him.
That's the idea.
That's the idea.
Boom, boom, boom,
Good
boom,
idea.
and we begin jogging off towards the bar at a medium speed, because that's the speed that this vehicle goes. At a normal speed. Then it's cruising speed, but that just uses less fuel and is slower. No point doing that.
I feel like we need to make some roll. Well, the wind is loud and the sandstorm is obscuring you, and there's no windows in the back of the bar, so you
You're
can get
probably
to
able to
walk
play
pretty
music
close
inside.
up to Tren's ship at least. So Tren, as you're sitting in the cockpit waiting out the sandstorm, to the north, eventually you can see coming out of the black haze or the brown haze this tall walker just coming out of the desert from the eternal.
Being Trend knows that Edward has a call. He's gonna make sure to make that call to Edward so that he has some sort of communication to him while they're out there. Being he knows visibility is low, and he's gonna start running the scanners. You can put Trend wherever you feel he's actually supposed to be on this map, by the way.
No, I just needed you to move a little bit. This
Okay.
map is just a representation. I don't intend on using a battle map for this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. And while they're approaching, obviously, Trent would start running sensors and everything, unless he hears something from Teach.
Generally, your sensors, you do detect that there is some kind of power being given off from the building. There is energy out here, but that's mostly all you can really detect. Like from your earlier sensor, that's all you could pick up.
Can blast him.
Okay. I assume it didn't get any more specific, like in the silo or in the barn type thing.
No,
Hey,
you can't
or
pick
the
up
bar.
any detect heat signatures or anything like that. I don't think that's how that works.
No, I meant
Hey.
like which one has the electronic signature, the bar or the silo?
Oh, the barn.
Okay.
Hey Faust, sorry, how much was the bounty on Mason if he was brought back dead with the information he stole?
50 with 50,000.
50,000 and 100,000 alive?
Correct.
Oh, that's a drop in the bucket.
I have an idea.
Kill him.
We just
Well,
blow up.
no, we don't have to kill him. We could make this a very easy operation if he is here. If initial negotiations of, hey, we'll take the information off your hands and we'll give you, say, 20k for it and we can keep the 30k. And you get to live. And we say, we killed you. Or we tear off the roof of this, or yeah, that's the deal. And if they deny, you leave the building. Then I tear off the roof of the building and shout the same deal at them, but without them getting the 30k of
Okay.
the 20k.
So... All right. So the exact. So you want me to say Edward Mason in the information?
Yeah, just hand over the information. We'll give you 20k, and we can
Okay.
keep 30k, and you guys get to live. Easy deal. It's $23,000 without any safety issue. You know.
All right. I just want to make sure I have down here what I'm gonna say. So Edward Mason in the information. I'll give you 20k, and we all walk away, or we rip the roof off of the building and take both by force.
Don't mention that we're going to do that though.
Okay.
That's the idea there is we have the surprise of
Okay.
being in a big fucking mech and tearing off the roof of the building.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know, I'll just pick Mason up and carry him back to the fucking city. I'll just like shake him a little bit so he stops trying to shoot the mech. Well, let's just hope they don't have an RPG. Alright. So if we're together there, I'm going to try and I'll go prone in the mech. Can I go prone in the mech?
I don't know about that. I don't think
I
that's
mean, it's
what
a
walkers
mech.
are supposed to
I
do.
gave
You
I
could
gave
definitely
it a.
power it
I
down.
bought the 15 dexterity arms.
But that just
that's-
gives you
That's
really
not the
flexy
legs.
arms.
I assume you
Yeah.
can get it pretty close to the ground. At least enough for me to like hop out without having to
Yeah,
jump
you can
out.
like bend the
Okay.
knees so that you can
Yeah,
lower
I'll
into
just go down on
an
one.
exit position
Yeah.
so that people
Yeah.
can hop out.
Yeah, I'll go down on one knee then, and let people hop out. Use the arms to like lifting and lower people out.
That makes more sense. That would
Yep.
be silly.
Okay.
That'd be Solid snaking through the desert on a mech. We could make a whole
Just
campaign about
jumps out
that
of
kind
the
of
mech.
shit. I played Xenogears.
Oh wait, hold on. Is this the?
So
No, not the right
you
one.
want me to use a sort of threatening demeanor or assertive demeanor? Or just
Try,
matter of fact?
try merciful for the first. Try merciful. See how that goes.
Okay.
Then we can try assertive in the direct approach.
And I make the mech make a fist.
Sounds good.
Edward, Tren,
Yar.
you guys aim
Yarr.
input to this plan. What are you guys doing?
I'm
Bren is
along for the mech ride. Have we stopped?
Yeah,
We've stopped on the
and
other
gotten
side
out.
of the dune.
Okay.
How far is 10? I can't get within 10 meters without being spotted, can I?
How? So
There's
now
no
are we?
windows
Are
on
we
the
in?
back.
There's no windows in the
Oh.
back, yeah.
Oh, can I? How far is it from like? How far is it from like just behind the dune where I'm not not have a line of sight of the building, and the building? Like, I basically want to ask, can I get the auxiliary thrusters let me jump 10 meters vertically? So, what I kind of wanted to do
It's
in
like
the
a
case.
dune that's probably about like 400 meters away from the back where the tarped big thing is behind the
Okay.
bar. If you stand
I'll
up there,
walk
so you
over.
see Tren's ship is parked on the side of the dune, just
Oh,
kind of parked out of sight, and your walker is nearby in a kneeling position where you all got
Alright.
out. You're on the other side of the dune, about 400 meters away from the back of the bar. There's no windows, and there's no movement. The wind howls, the
Alright.
sky is brown, and the sand is getting in your face and making everything miserable.
Ew.
I closed the hatch on the mech so I don't get sand in my face.
Smart.
I think I'll make a partial approach in case things get ugly, so I'm not too far away.
Sounds good. If they if
Wait,
shit
hold
hits the fan, I will drop the smoke grenade inside and book it out. And if you see me exiting with any amount of speed greater than walking, that means it is time to verp the roof off.
Understood.
And I'm
I
like
like-
100
I like
meters
this plan.
away with I've got my infrared goggle.
Are you just gonna sit there with a gun and just be a sniper, basically?
I have a sniper.
Fuck yeah, boy! Let's do this!
Okay. If I'm not back, if you don't see me within 3 minutes of me going inside, come and get me.
Understood.
Over.
All right. Lena's gonna like sort of sneak her way over to the building from the backside, and then like try and make her way to the door, sort of like crouching and sticking close to the wall and like going underneath windows so that people can't see her, kind of thing.
a stealth check. Make
not gonna
that
go
stealth
well.
check. Woo!
Try her best.
Speed band number 4.
First stealth
Um,
check of the campaign. Let's go, boy.
Okay, so how do luck points work? Is it
Burn
like
them.
I
You can spend
I
them as
spend-
much as you like. Would you like to succeed this check? Burn all your luck points.
listen? I have
And-
5 luck points.
I'm not
Does
going to
luck come
replenish them
before
very
or
often.
after the roll?
All right,
Before,
so
you would declare before.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to replenish them very often.
So if I use, so it's 1 luck point to +1, correct?
Yes. So if you wanted to add like +2, you would spend 2 luck.
That's exactly how much I want to spend.
And keep a track of this. You have what you rolled, which is your base, so like your max luck. So if you rolled a 9, you have 9 luck right now. Make a note of that, and then you spend them. But if I make you make a luck check, like you're all about to get hit by fucking meteors, and I tell you to make a luck check, then you roll your max. So it doesn't matter if you spent it. You whatever your max is, you roll that for your luck rolls.
Alrighty. So untrained skill. Can I use intelligence to know how to not make noise?
No. Probably a dex.
Dex, that's fine. Not ideal, but it's better than education. And then other modifiers 2 from my spending 2 luck points.
It's gonna be your endurance to not get buffeted by the wind.
Oof. The wind pushes me against the building, I guess.
So Lena, you see how it's laid out. What angle are you coming from the building?
Yep, so I...
How are you approaching this building?
Yeah. So I'm approaching sort of, so from like behind, and then I'm going to try and like hug this wall, and then make it to wherever in front the door is. My mental assumption is that the door is like there.
Gotcha. So about halfway through that line right there, you're walking down the dune, and it's terrible timing. You are approaching, and the door opens up, and a guy appears from a back door coming out. He's carrying a... let me pull up the dock real quick.
Shit. We didn't look for cameras, did we? Damn it.
He's carrying an assault rifle, and he seems to be wearing a flak jacket, a pretty thick one. And he's got a little mask on his face to cover up from the toxic air and the sand. And as you're creeping down the sand dunes in the bright light of the day, just by poor timing from him coming out, he spots you coming up. He calls out to you. Who are you?
My name's Ye. Sorry, my like ship ran out of gas. Literally the middle of nowhere. Absolutely terrible situation. So you're like the only place I could see for ages. Mind if I like step in and like try and make a call?
Make a persuasion with your social standing.
Persuasion.
And make it with a boon, which is a 3d6, drop the lowest.
Okay. Interesting. Just roll. It's gonna be 3d6. And I assume, wait, there's a way for it to make it tell me what the dices are, right? Oh, yes, there is. Okay, I see. Cool. So I'm just gonna roll the 3d6 and then do the math of the pluses and the minus after. If that work for you?
That's fine. However it works. Just make sure you're doing it right.
Yep. All right. So.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, so that's a 4 and a 6.
So you got a 12.
Damn, 30.
That's before my bonuses.
Yes, that's 10.
Wait, no, you got a
That's
10.
shit.
Sorry,
Before
10.
my bonuses. And then you said it is going to be with my social,
And persuade.
which is a so social is a 0, but persuade is a +1. Yeah, +1. So I rolled an 11, unless there's any additional adds. Unless there's like a random.
This guy, he comes out, and he's carrying this auto rifle by his side, and he's got short brown hair. Looks to be some kind of military kind of guy. He's got a very thick flat jacket on. And he steps out of the bar, and he sees you coming down the dune, and you say all this, and he's kind of like, he has his rifle raised, but Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Your character is just kind of like that much. He's like, he just like lowers his rifle a little bit, just like, oh, you ran out of gas out here? What are you doing out here? Who are you?
My name's Ye, and yeah, so I think we were having a bit of an issue with our navigation system or something. Because, tell you what, I don't even know where I am. I am completely lost.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Come in, I suppose. Are you armed? Wait, come here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna walk into a like middle of nowhere. I mean, I got like ceremonial sword and tiny pistol. Like you can like take the pistol if you want. I mean, it's like you got a gun, I got a sword. Obviously,
Yeah.
not even the same caliber of danger. She like
He-
approaches with her hands up politely.
He steps
gun's on my
aside
left
and he
hip.
ushers you in, like, yeah, go ahead in, I suppose.
Thank you very much, sir.
And anybody watching from the ridgeline, like Edward, you see this guy kind of just led Lena into the bar in the back door through the scope, and he will kind of take a peek around, look around the wasteland through the sandstorm, and forget whatever he was doing and go back inside.
Nice.
Nice.
Lena, inside, you see in the bar it's run down. There's no electricity running anywhere, and there's sand kind of blowing through cracks in the walls. In the main tavern area, the common area, it's a 2-story building. And you can see up there's rooms up above, but they're all blown out. The doors are rusted off or falling down, and there are tables on the first floor. And sitting around, you can count 11 total. And let me go ahead and reveal these gentlemen here.
Okay.
The whole gang, and they're all similarly armed. You get a good look at all of them, and if your eyes scan around, you can see that 2 of them, aside from having assault rifles, they also have cutlasses, and 2 of them, their assault rifles, have grenade launchers attached as attachments to their guns. Sitting at one table with his legs propped up and a computer in front of him, some kind of laptop connected to a universal charger. A battery is sitting on the table behind, next to him. Mason Galt, this long-haired, kind of grizzled man. He looks pretty different from his bounty picture. Looks like that was from a couple of years ago because his hair's grown out and his beard is kind of grizzled and nasty. And he's sitting there wearing even heavier, like a flat carapace, but you don't see any assault rifle on him. Instead, you see this huge mag pistol. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, a mag rail pistol, this big, bulky looking thing, sitting at his hip. And as you walk in, all of the guys just turn to like stare at you, and just this general air of you're probably gonna get shot in here.
Yeah, he politely curtsies.
Who the fuck is this? One of them says.
Hi, I'm Ye. My ship kind of ran out of gas, and I think our navigation system is broken or something because I'm in the middle of nowhere. So, yeah, I just who is in charge? Maybe I can like pay them for some gas or something.
Make a deception check with whatever you would like, int or social standing.
I would definitely like to use intelligence for that. I don't know who rolled, that was not me. Alright, so let's see. I am going to spend another 2 of my luck points. Because I really don't want to get shot. Alright. So that is going to be my deception with, of course, intelligence to know how to not sound like an idiot. I'm at +2. Boom. Effect +2. Got a 10.
So I don't want to go into too much detail, but the way that you talk and the way that your character is, these guys readily accept you. They're willing to. They lower their guard around you, and like you're offering, or like you're saying that you need gas, and they're coming out and offering like, oh yeah, where's your ship parts at? Like, what are you doing out here flying in the wastes? The entire time Mason Galt is sitting at a table at a laptop, he has not looked up or even regarded you this entire exchange. Although he seems pretty intent on whatever he's looking at. There's a backpack sitting on against the table leg next to him.
Yeah, my ship's it's probably like a couple miles away. Ugh, like it was definitely a walk to get here, and man, I am not looking forward to the laundry I'm gonna have to do. Sand is everywhere on me right now. But yeah, so sorry, which one was the person in charge, so I can like, properly negotiate payment for the gas and everything?
Shit.
There's a guy, Mason Galt, the long-haired, black-haired man sitting at the table at the computer. He looks up and says, "Hey, take care of him and get out of here." Or that's not the right voice. Sorry. It's like, damn, my southern drawl needs work.
My southern draw ain't work better. Take care of your ship and get out of here. See?
Not quite like that. But anyway, he basically says to get you out of there. So a couple of the guys, like 3 or 4 of them, yeah, 2 of the guys, they stand up and they'll come with you like, yeah, where's your ship at? Why don't you show us? And then we can see about getting you fixed up.
I mean, I'll show you if you bring the gas. Like, it's such a long walk. I don't want to walk all the way there, then all the way back to get more gas. And, like, actually then bring it a third time. If we're not bringing the gas the first time, I'm going to have to walk the distance between my ship in here 3 more times. And look at me. I am not dressed for this weather.
Sheesh. What kind of gas does your ship take?
I feel like I would know that.
Hydrogen.
It takes
Fill her up,
hydrogen gas?
please.
Unleaded.
So you're making a fuss about it, but they can't actually help you.
Mm-hmm.
They're willing to look at it with you, but they don't actually have any of the gas that you're looking for.
Well, there is another matter you could probably help me with.
What is that?
Well, you see, I can give you 20,000 credits. And perhaps you guys could hand over Mason and the information? Seems like it's a good sum of the bounty money.
So you get kind of out back behind the bar.
Fuck.
It's not Mason? What is it?
No, it was just the info, because the bounty for just the info and Mason dead was fucking 50k. He wasn't supposed to be part of the deal. The idea was, hey, we'll cash in your dead bounty and you get to live. That was the idea,
okay.
not Mason.
You didn't care! You idiot!
I specifically mentioned just
Holy
the info.
shit. Okay.
No, you
Fuck!
said Mason
Time
and
out.
the info!
Time out. We can revise what you said. if we
Okay.
understand the
Okay,
situation.
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, okay,
I'm
so
sorry if
under
I
the
got something
info-
wrong. Fuck.
Okay, so what you're
just
saying
the
is-
info, because his
What
dead
you're-
bounty is him being dead and the info. If we get the
So
info and he
we're
keeps a
faking
copy
his
of
death.
the
We're
info,
pretending he's dead.
yeah,
We'll
pretend
report
he's
that he's
dead.
dead. Okay.
Yeah, pretend he's dead and just say, "Hey, if you give us the original, you can keep a copy of whatever info, and we get a cash in 50K. You get to keep 20K."
Are you saying this
Literally, I
directly
say
to
that.
Galt, or are you saying this to his goons?
I assume I'm hearing this like over the comms. I'm like, "No,
I,
that's not the plan."
I would have wanted a comm just so I could shout, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I'm
wait for
listening
the
in as
planet.
well.
But yeah, so yeah, okay. Which you see, I don't really need Mason, but I can help here because you see, we just want the original copy of what he stole. He can totally have his own copy. I literally don't care. And we're going to report that Mason is dead. And we will give you 20K. I have that money on me right now. And then that will be a sizable percentage of the money for his reward of him having
Who are you saying
been
this to? Are you saying
dead.
this to Mason or his goons?
I'm saying this to his goons, but I'm also definitely in audio range for Mason to hear it.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Because Mason
So
hasn't
you're
acknowledged
offering,
this at all.
you're basically saying give them a copy of the information and you'll just let them go?
The
Well, we want
need
the original. They can keep a copy, and I will literally hand them $20,000 right that I have
Really?
on. Yeah.
You can negotiate up
I'm
the
not
money to
even
like.
gonna roll for that. Listen, you're saying
bad.
this like you kind of drop the act and you start saying all this shit. Everybody kind of just stops, and everybody has their hands on their weapons and they're listening to you say this. Mason, he finally looks up and he's like, "What did you just say?"
I said, well, simply, it's very, very little effort on your part. First off, I'll give you 20,000 credits right here, right now. I have it on me. And you can keep a copy of the information you took. We just ask for the original back, and we will report that you are dead.
Little lady, are you for real?
Yes.
Well,
I am one of a significant amount of wealth from my family lineage. So, money talks. And frankly, I'm sure we would all rather solve situations with money than with bullets.
Mason, he just kind of runs a hand through his hair and sitting at his laptop. I'll actually tell you that was my initial idea, is that he was making a copy in case that you managed to get a hold of the original, just so that I could win in the end. But he looks down at the laptop, and as he's making a copy, he pulls out a little silverish USB stick, and he holds it up and he looks at you and says, "You want the original, and we can keep a copy."
Correct. It's more convincing that you are successfully dead if we return the literal original.
What are you, CIMC, some kind of agency?
No, just a bit of a private bounty hunter, personally. Just here trying to make money in the world.
You're after the easy money? Oh, that's...
Hey, we all gotta start somewhere.
Oh, that's funny. He flicks the USB stick across the room towards you.
She catches it and then politely walks over and then hands over 20,000 credits. Pleasure doing business with you. And I'm not actually out of gas.
Yeah.
In case that was obvious. She politely
You should
curtsies.
leave.
Yes, I will be leaving.
Thank
It would
you.
be enjoyable if you don't follow.
And it would be a good thing if you said nothing.
Of course, this place doesn't exist.
And the whole bar laughs.
And then they
Let the
stand up and
characters
clap.
Makes her leave.
And the GM
And
laughs.
the whole crowd claps.
And the whole session
What
gets
pay-
canceled.
Sorry, what pace does your character leave at? Are they running or are they
She
walking?
walks. She is
Okay.
walking.
Signal
I assume we
received.
heard it over the comms, didn't we?
You probably would
Yeah.
have.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
body language you might miss though
Yeah.
through comms.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
So,
say words that are not the words that you actually mean.
Yeah.
Lena, report. What is the situation on the deal?
And the deal went through swimmingly. Didn't even have to up the price at all. They seem to enjoy basically making money for free.
Excellent
So
news.
I have the original.
Let's just hope we don't have to bring proof of death.
Yep. I mean,
Well-
worst case, I can argue that I didn't want to carry the corpse because my dress. I don't want to get all messy.
But typically, you would need a proof of death.
Mm.
Because you
Well-
can't just say you killed somebody, walk in, and get the bounty. That's not how that works.
The proof of death is I have the original data.
That's not a proof of
They,
death.
that's half of the bounty.
Hmm.
Which
Well,
is still valuable.
We can have a look.
You quote
It
unquote
is still
got the
valuable.
info back, but look,
There's
that's
no bounty
bad.
for just the
That's
info.
not a good plan because look, if they look into that and they see that it was a copy, and they'll
No, I
eventually
have the
find
original.
out that there's
Oh,
an
if it
original
was
out there
copied.
that was found, or that got made. Like it's a bad look. That might be come back on you.
Let's just
Y'all can go
reconvene on
back
the other
in.
side of this dune and just talk through what our next plan of action is.
Right,
Yup.
so it just occurred to me we likely need proof of death for this situation. I don't think he's willing to give up a finger.
Yar, he
So-
sounded pretty evil too.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So by the way,
Laugh was
um,
unnerving in the bone.
You were inside. How many men were in the bar? Were there any automated defense systems? Were there any cameras? Give us the rundown.
yeah, I was kind of more occupied on the people. I didn't see any automated defenses. 11 people. 2 of them also have swords, and 2 of these fucks have underbarrel grenade launchers.
Priority targets. Where were they sitting before?
Oh, they were all just
Or
sort of chilling in
positioned.
there.
Damn.
Yeah, just kind of chilling about, minding their own business.
If I assume we're going to, if you want to collect that $100,000, we're going to have to assault this place.
Hmm. Good point.
Well, if we are, grenade launchers are going to be priority target. They'll wipe us out fairly quickly in this closed environment, and they'll knock out the mech's armor as well.
Yar, I can target them. Was there anything that differentiated them?
I mean, if
The
you
fact
look
they
at their
had a
gun,
grenade launcher,
it's got an underbarrel grenade launcher on the bottom of the gun.
Yar, fuck you. Yar, okay, I'll look for that.
Yar, fuck you. Alright.
Yar, fuck ye.
I do have. Okay.
You land lovers.
Hmm. Part of me thinks we should just. Okay. On one hand, we could somehow. What's the range on the ship's weapon? Like
Oh,
our
fucking
actual ship?
kilometers.
Listen,
Like, we could bomb them from orbit, but I would have to
Shooting
turn off
things
the
from a
transponder,
spaceship-
and it's a war crime.
shooting things from a spaceship
It's
is
a
a war
whole
crime.
shebang. Also, oh wait, question. There aren't any ships here. And we're fighting pirates. And guess what? Who looked at the fucking Traveler's Companion book? And guess what it said? It said you're allowed to go into stealth mode, meaning you don't send out or respond. You don't respond to transponders, as long as you give a good reason.
No.
So
They would
No?
see
Okay.
that you went into silent mode the next time that they checked it, and then they would ask you why, and then they would see where you did it, and then somebody would eventually go check, and then they would see a fine blown up fucking bar.
Yeah,
And
fair
then they
enough.
would know it was you,
Well,
and then
there's
you
still-
committed a war crime, and then the Imperium's like, bitch.
Yeah. Okay. So the second option is, am I picking up any other call signs from the transponder? Because if they're pinging, then they would know where the ship was during this.
Would you like
Is
to
it a
roll?
war crime to shoot our shuttle?
Is it luck? Is it luck just to see if there's anyone
No,
passing
you're trying to
by?
pick something up.
Oh no, this isn't.
Oh, like
Well, this
somebody
is
else?
Yeah, somebody else coming by.
I can tell
'cause
you,
it's
you would
'cause the
definitely probably not find anybody else in nearby.
Oh well, then we're
but
completely
if you would
in the
like to
clear
make a
then.
sensors roll, that would be good. Just maybe see what you pick up.
Hear me out.
I mean,
If we can somehow wrangle Blep out of the shuttle,
Whip.
we can. Is it a war crime if we use our ship's gun to blow up our shuttle, which just happened to be too close to the building?
I mean, it's not a war crime, but it's very, very illogical.
What kind of plan is
And it
that?
feels like 2 steps back. It feels like 1 step forward,
Alright,
2 steps back.
The gun malls would be pissed.
Shoots himself in the foot.
Premonition.
I'm gonna shit yourself.
Just so you know, that ship's worth like 5 million. Like, it's not worth blowing up for 100,000.
Half.
Oh yeah,
My
that's
shit-
right.
Damn it! Why
It's
is it?
not
What is it?
100,000. It's 100,000, 500,000. All right, fuck it. Just call out to them that we're going to fucking obliterate them with a ship weapon. Have the mech on standby, because we're not actually gonna blow them up. How does that sound for like a plan?
They're gonna shoot me if I walk back through that door.
Oh no, we use the ship speakers to call out to them.
I
I'll
can go
just-
do that. Oh, I have
Awesome.
grenades. Do you want those?
Yes, please. What
All right.
kinds?
I have. I have that smoke grenade that you handed to me, and I also have 4
Can
frag
I
grenades.
take that back, please?
Yeah, here you go.
Could I borrow a frag grenade? Thank you.
Yeah, how many do you want?
Just maybe like 1 or 2, please. Because
You
I
can
feel
have
like
2.
if
I have 4.
Oh my god, thank you. God bless.
Yep.
How much damage do they do, and what's the blast radius?
Yep. So it has blast 9.
Standard blast, right?
Yep. It says range 20. I think that's the throwable range. I don't know what the
Probably.
Oh, it decreases with distance from the blast. Oh, here you go. It's in the description here. Yeah. I assume this is correct. And the damage is 5d6.
3 meters, 5d6.
Yep. And then if they're outside that range, it starts dealing less damage. And they weigh 0.5 each.
6 meters. 9 meters, 1d6.
Take little sticks if you
Alright,
care.
it's still pretty good.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna go.
I've got 2 of those. Thank you very
Yep.
much.
I guess I will go get in the ship.
Oh,
And get
were
on the
they
comm.
all... Wait, before you head out, I'll ask
Yeah.
you in character.
Did they have any laser weapons whatsoever?
They didn't
Or
look
was it
lasery.
all kinetic?
What's that
Slugs,
mag?
bullets?
I believe they were
Lost.
kinetic.
Voskl, what was that mag that Mason has?
It is
The mag pistol.
a
'Cause I assume she-
Mag-Rail.
That would be
it is a
kinetic,
slug.
high-powered.
It is a slug type weapon.
Okay, I was
Okay.
just making sure.
It's like weapon.
Very
And again,
powerful
go for it.
handgun.
Alright, he's priority numero uno. I'm just gonna grab him to restrain him with the mech with one hand and then stomp on a grenadier with a leg. with a leg.
Mhm.
Also, could we clarify before combat begins, what's a minor action for the mech and what's a major action? Like, is stomping a major action, moving's a minor action?
Moving is a minor action. Attacking is a significant action.
Okay. And if I just like walk over people, is that considered ramming?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So
Awesome.
I guess I know what I'm gonna do with my minor action then.
Oh no.
Alright.
Well,
All right, let's roll this plan into motion.
guess, wait,
As soon
wait,
as the
alright,
speakers go up,
Yeah,
Hold
do you
on.
have speakers on that thing, or should I should probably just go to the small shuttle
Speakers-
instead of...
the big shuttle has speakers.
Am I walking
established
to our
before.
small shuttle, or am I walking 2 miles to yours?
We want the big
fuck.
one.
I'll carry you back to the shuttle.
Okay.
Then yeah, I'll carry you back to the
how
ship.
fast does your
and
thing
then
move?
it's medium speed, and that's around. Core rulebook.
I assume Edward would stay
100
watching.
to 200 kilometers an hour. Sorry, yeah.
I'm
100 to
long range.
200 kilometers an hour.
Please,
I
Trent, pick me up if I
Okay.
get in trouble.
Yeah.
My home.
Edward would stay watching and Trent would stay right near him so we could quickly boot up the ship and get moving with him.
Gotcha. So that little act, Lena.
Yeah.
Even with all that, I mean, you're not supposed to be out here.
Definitely
so
not
as you
supposed to
guys
be
are
out here.
preparing, getting ready for combat, preparing this ambush, the back door opens up.
At what point does it open up? As we're beginning to leave or talking up?
As you're getting ready, like you're putting your plan into motion, you're arming up, you're all in position. About roughly
Okay.
that time, the door
Well, at
opens
least we
up.
have the original
Am
info.
I inside or outside of the mech right now?
Or is she in the ship?
It's up to you.
Okay.
Between all 3 of those?
You can't. I mean, you can't do much inside the mech, but inside the ship, if you wanted to, you could probably just like land on somebody and crush
Yeah,
them.
I was gonna try and hover and like pulse some thrusters and just...
I would recommend you do that because this thing has aero fins and you get a +2 to maneuver, so you could literally just
Yeah.
burn thrusters in somebody's face and turn them into.
That is exactly what my
rotisserie.
plan was gonna be, because it sounds
Hell
fucking
yeah,
epic.
sister, let's go!
Can I be in the ship?
Go for it. I'll throw you my keys. Yeet.
Take the keys and I'll be running and getting in the ship.
Just remember that your ship's activities are logged.
Yep,
Committing war
Yeah.
crimes, bad.
we're not. Okay,
Yeah.
I
I'm
not
read
war
that
crime.
Edward over the
Yeah.
comms.
Edward, please do not fire the main weapon, the main ship's weapon. at
Edward's not in the
ground
ship, is he?
targets.
I don't think he's...
Edward stayed back at the dune with Tren.
Yeah, Edward...
Awesome. Sorry,
I
never
don't
mind. I
think
thought
using my
you were in the ship.
thrusters on people is a war crime, is it?
Don't tease me
It
with
is.
the big gun.
It is.
well,
Yeah, using your ship to
Not
kill
unless the
people is a war
Imperium
crime.
does. People, yeah, but like buildings or vehicles, I don't think so. But people, yeah, it's the equivalent of firing a battleship cannon on, you know, a platoon of
Like, I'm
soldiers.
not saying you
like,
can't get away with it. If you do it, like
no
you
one
turn
around.
around, you
If they
thrust
all
your
die,
fucking
no one did
thrusters
anything.
and fucking nuke some dude. Yeah.
I mean, we're not even
Understandable.
nuking. This is the
Hear me out.
lowest powered
No
space
survivors.
weapon.
But
There's no one
anyway.
around in the vicinity. Massive sandstorm. Plausible
Anyway,
deniability.
the door kicks open, and Lena, your act put them on edge. There's people out here. They are expecting some kind of fuckery. So you see a guy come out.
I can hang on to the spaceship because it has an external cargo rack. So I'm just gonna ride the top of the spaceship, then drop down. Can I do
Yes.
that, please, Faust? And I have auxiliary thrusters, so I can break my fall, so I don't damage the thing on the fall, but still, you know, drop on somebody.
Sounds like we need to start rolling initiative.
Yeah,
like
let's do
Wolf
this.
Oh.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Lord.
All right, let's do it.
2d6
They're expecting
minus-
contact coming out. You're getting ready to
We
fucking
land
drop on them with a
opposite
mech.
people with grenade
Shit's getting
launchers.
real.
I'm not putting the ship down until those two are...
I like how I said, I'm only gonna use this mech if we need it. Instantly gets outnumbered in the first fight. Alright, looks like I'm pulling out the mech. If they weren't packing like grenade launchers or fucking mag pistol, I would have been like, alright, we can do this. Fair firefight. But nope, they wanted to have the whole 9 yards, so fuck them.
We're bringing all of our tech with us.
Yep. Hey, Faust, can I roll a leadership check to inspire the team?
If you
As
pass,
a-
yeah.
Hell yeah. Right, I would like to use my education, so battle understanding. And I would like to burn a luck point, just one. So I go from 7 luck to 6, that's plus 3. Alright. Big money!
Oh.
Fuck, it's only a 9.
You apply +1 to their initiatives.
Nice. What are
Hell
our
yeah.
initiative? That's 2d6, right?
Plus Dex. Or int.
So
Or
2d6.
intelligence. Right? Or intelligence?
Or int,
Ooh,
yes.
snake eyes.
Yeah. Alright, so I have a +2 in intelligence, that's a +1 from the thing. Alright, I've
Oh,
got 8.
you can roll for
Holy
it.
shit!
Interesting.
Alright.
Awesome. You've definitely rolled for me. That's cool.
What
I'm
happened?
just gonna type my initiative down in the text chat.
12.
Oh, I didn't
I
mean to
agree,
roll
you rolled
for
it
you.
too.
if that was
Okay,
okay.
cool. Yeah, so can I actually roll then? Because I
Shouts
wanted to roll.
fell into the
I
desert.
just had your character selected or some shit. I don't know.
Rats.
Yeah, you rolled. Yeah, you
Don't
definitely
worry
rolled.
about that. Just roll your dice and know what you got.
Okay,
You're
and
like
then
you're
the effect is
lying.
another +1, right?
You got a +1 from his roll. So you
All right,
can
I'm
add-
rolling with intelligence. And you said 2d6. 9. It's my initiative.
All right. Let's fucking go. This might be a slightly short encounter, depending on how this goes.
Yeah,
Or
it's
this,
one of two
this
things that's gonna
specific
happen.
encounter. But anyway, you guys
Hopefully
are
they won't.
all moving first. As the door kicks open, you can see a guy sitting there and he's got his assault rifle raised. There's a grenadier standing at the door. They seem to be getting ready to move quickly. At the split second that the door opens, he has his rifle raised and he's pointing it somewhere out in the sand with a grenade launcher sticking up. Let's see. We
Sticking
got
up.
Edward. Edward went, and then who wants to go? Edward or Tren? Who wants to go first?
I think Edward gets it because he has better Dex than I do.
Edward, Tren, Lena,
Oh, I'm going last out of the team.
far
Fuck.
gone. But
Listen,
then
it's fine.
everybody else, the goons, enemies. They
Oh,
all
Black Betty.
they
Oh,
got a
hey,
very
look.
bad
I
leadership
cranked
roll,
it.
so they all ended up with pretty bad initiatives. So they're all at the end.
I love how you were clicked onto me for that.
I don't know why I'm trying to click off of you. It doesn't work.
Hit escape.
Oh, okay.
I love how that's great. I didn't know you could basically pseudo people. That's great.
I'm the GM, so I can.
Yeah.
What?
He says what?
Yes.
But anyway.
Oh Lord.
Edward, you're up. The door kicks open. There's a guy standing there. They seem like they're getting ready to move. You don't know what their purpose is or what they're doing, but combat begins.
I see
Ice
the
them.
one. Wait, what did you say?
Ice them.
Oh, okay, nice. We're going in hot. So I see one is a grenadier. I'm gonna take a shot at him.
All right. This is, like I said, probably like 400 meters away from the dune.
Sick. That's perfect.
Whoa, Black Betty.
My range is
Whoa,
500.
Black Betty.
Wait, actually, before I shoot, I have a silencer. Can I roll for stealth and do a silence shot so that they don't know where I'm shooting?
Could he have rolled stealth before combat began?
Can I roll stealth right now?
Or would it be a hide action?
You can, and do it with
Yeah.
the boon. Here's how snipers work in real life. If you fire from a hill, you fire one shot in the open wilds. It is actually very hard to pinpoint where that shot came from. It just sounds like a gunshot in the air. If you fire multiple times, then it becomes easier to pinpoint a direction. Typically, what a sniper would do is shoot, wait a couple minutes, and then shoot again. And that way you can't pinpoint a direction. That can lock people down pretty good.
Okay. Very interesting.
So if you
Indeed.
shoot this one time and you wait a little bit, then you can shoot again safely. If you try to shoot again next round, then I'm going to start imposing checks to see, if they can identify where you're shooting from.
Okay, cool. So then I don't need to worry about the stealth. I'm just like 400 meters
In this
away.
first shot, you can just shoot.
Okay.
And I would recommend even aiming.
I'm going to aim twice, actually, because with my 2 minor actions.
2 minor actions?
We can
I
say
get-
that you spent the time aiming on the door. So you wouldn't be able to do that. But let's say that you spent this whole time on the dune. What the fuck, Big Iron? Don't play it right now.
Yeah, I know.
To the town of Valafrida rode a stranger one fine day.
What song was this playing?
Spoke to folks
Oh, Jesus.
around him. Gunslingers something.
All right. So if you had spent the time sitting up on the dune aiming, you could have spent 2 minor actions spending all of your, or two rounds spending all of your minor actions aiming. That would give you a +6 on this shot.
That's pretty good.
I'm willing to give that to you because that's what you've been doing is sitting up there,
And
like
it's-
keeping your rifle trained on the door.
It's the first shot. Okay. So I'm going to do gun, combat, dex.
Door kicks
Other-
open. He says, "Ice him." You're like, "Fuck it, I'm ready. Let's do this shit."
That guy's got a grenade launcher. Fuck him. Bang.
Okay, yeah. All right, cool. Get him. I needed a little bit. Wait, did I?
Oh yeah, you hit the
Forget.
fuck out of him.
You kicked that dude's ass.
Holy shit.
I got
That's
a head
gonna be reduced by 6, but go
Roll
ahead
damage.
and roll that damage.
damage. 3d6.
And he's not gonna die for cover or anything. I don't think he's expecting this.
Oof.
3d6, so 5 plus 9.
Yep. So 14 minus 6.
Damn.
14
That's a lot of
minus
damage.
6.
I have armor piercing 5, if that means anything.
Yes, it does.
Means a lot.
That means 5 extra damage.
Oh!
Why do you have AP? You're using AP ammo?
No, the sniper.
No, the rifle.
Oh
The
shit.
sniper
rifle
bullets
itself
are
has
piercing,
it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what was that? AP what?
Let me
5.
double check the sheet.
You said AP5,
It's 5.
but she's double checking.
Pretty
Okay.
sure
It's 5. I know it.
Yeah, my sword has armor piercing as well. It's amazing.
It's 5.
Damn.
I only use armor piercing ammo.
Okay.
In case you didn't know, we all use armor piercing. We're not dumb.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
My
don't.
sword has an armor piercing of 6.
Your sword?
Yeah.
So
My
that's
knuckle
actually
blaster
gonna
has an armor
be.
piercing of 5.
I think that's gonna be 4 damage then
What?
after his armor, because. Yeah. Right.
He got
Wait,
14
How-
damage. How
we
much
did
armor
nearly-
does he have?
Oh shit. I'm fucking this up.
we don't like that was nearly like
14.
almost a number of like it was like 14 plus 5 then, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
5. I'm
No.
3.
It reduces ammo, so or armor, so I'm
It's like 19
13
damage.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. Math. I've been awake.
All
since,
right.
I've been awake since 2 this morning.
Ew.
Jesus.
I can
You've been
testify
awake
to that.
That explains why I saw you online. You just woke up.
Yeah, I've been up this whole time. So
Oof.
13 damage. Is
Understandable.
that right? He has 6 armor. Reduce that, and you did 14 damage to him, so 13
Yeah.
damage.
Yep.
Okay. That is definitely going to drop his endurance to 0, and I'm going to allocate the rest to. Okay. So the door kicks open. You shoot the carefully aimed rifle shot right through the doorway, and a bloody mist erupts through the door as the guy goes flying backwards a little bit. Somebody behind him catches him and keeps him upright, but that was a dead-on shot, and he looks nasty.
That's my turn.
All right,
Nice.
Jar,
Jar.
what are you doing?
The second Trent hears a shot, I assume he can see the big ship incoming.
It will be on its way, yeah.
Yeah. Bren instantly flicks on all the lights, kicks it up. He's gonna start going up, and he's gonna try to kick as much sand up as possible on one side of the building, specifically the side away from the door.
Away from the door?
Yes.
So where
the door's
roughly
here.
would you be obscuring?
This is where the door is.
I assume the door's on that side, so I would want to go away from the door, so I'd be obscuring. I can talk.
If you hit the info,
Arr.
like the third from the bottom.
Like, I would be wanting to do it over here, on that side of the building.
Okay.
In front of the tarp to the left.
Yeah.
Fucking hold on.
What?
Dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Okay. That's a pretty
Possibly
easy
trying to
thing.
blow up the tarp, but
Oh, you're trying to blow the tarp off?
not necessarily. But if it happens to happen when he's there, it happens.
It's a tarp.
But it's more to kick up sand to create as much dust on that side as possible.
Oh,
Yeah. So you
I don't
pull
like the name of that.
You pull the ship around in front of the tarp, and you bring it low to the ground, and just naturally the shuttle is blowing up a ton of sand. In the sandstorm, I mean, you're already just making the situation worse. It's just hectic out the back door. Like, if they come out the door and take a look to the left, there's just a ship hovering low to the ground, blowing up sand everywhere. Lena,
And obviously,
or
yeah.
what else are you doing? Anything else?
I was just saying, obviously, I would want to be able to see towards them slightly, so that's the way it would be
Okay.
facing. But that's all.
All right, Lena, what's up? What are you doing?
All right, so with our walker mech grabbing on the back, I'm gonna take us up in the air, probably good 200 feet or so, and then zoom on over. And then if I can identify with like ship cameras or something, zooming in, trying to figure out which guys have grenade launchers to try and hover us as close to directly vertical above that one as possible, so we can have the walker drop down and smash directly on the other grenade launcher.
Well, they haven't left the building yet. There's nobody out
okay.
in the open.
Okay. Okay, so only like that one guy came out then?
They opened the door and got shot immediately.
Okay, so I will then
They are
fly us
attempting
over.
to get
I'm
out.
back.
They haven't moved yet. You can
Welcome
hold
back.
your turn until they start moving out.
No, I definitely want to be up. I want to like hold us up in the air, like above the door. Then I'm gonna position the ship so that we can drop, so that the walker can drop, like in the vicinity just in front of the door. When some
Yeah,
guy
if
comes
you
out.
could drop me right in front of the door, I can literally just like ram my arm through the doorway and knock out anyone past there.
Oh, would you like me to literally just like fly the ship down low and just let the burn?
Just
Or do you wanna...
literally just drop me right in front of the doorway, and I'll just like power train, like a train going through a
Counterpoint.
a
Would you like
series
to
of
fly, would you like to
homes.
land on top of the door? Would you like to just punch down, superhero landing right here?
Not on top of the door, but in
Okay.
front of it.
All right, so I'll
Because
have
if I
you
jump
just drop
on
straight
top,
down
then
to right
yeah.
here. So I'll just hover the ship
Awesome.
like so, like 200 feet in the air.
You feel the ship's weight like beginning to tilt as I begin to move the mech to the side, and you feel it like whirring off to the right a little bit. Phew.
Stabilizing with thrusters.
Right, let's do this.
Yep, that's kind of my turn, and I think that makes it your turn.
What did you do?
Awesome.
You are hovering? What do you do?
Hovering 200, yeah, I've flowed the ship over, and I'm hovering 200 feet in the air, and I've positioned the ship so that where our walker is like right over this vicinity.
Did you drop the walker?
I think the walker is just physically holding on with its claw arms.
It's just big arm.
The walker is
Because I
holding on
still
to
have
it.
to use my auxiliary thrusters to break my fall.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless like you've lowered me like close enough to the.
Do
Could
you
we
want
say
to
like?
radio me and ask me to do that?
Yes, please.
All right.
So
I will
Lena,
down.
Lena flies the ship over the bar towards the back doors. The door opens up. Edward shoots the guy in the front. You have the mech hanging off the bottom using its high tech level arms.
Yep, then she comes on in down low to drop it, and then sort of like glide over the building to the far side.
So I'm gonna
then she's
need
gonna-
a pilot check from
That's fine.
probably both of you for your,
That's fine, yeah, and-
for your various vehicles.
Yep, and I'll like drop off the sides on my
Yeah.
because I think it's my turn out. Is that just a free action just to drop and use the auxiliary thrusters?
Probably.
Well, I'm trying to get you
not.
down close enough that you don't need to use the auxiliary thrusters, and then I'm gonna like
Oh,
kick my
jeez.
thrusters up and then come back up to the height, which is what I need to make my
Jeez,
That's
pilot.
gonna be a difficult. That's gonna be a difficult thing to do. Lena.
Drive Walker 1 and
Yeah, I mean,
Can I
probably
use
not
my-
crashing ship difficult.
Probably not crashing the ship, but it might, depending on how
yeah,
you
throw
do
me
it.
off course into the building or something.
Potatoes,
Can I use my
potatoes.
intelligence so I apply my understanding of how a walker works and I can sort of guesstimate when I need to let go?
Can I use my intelligence to comprehend the proper angle to not fly the ship directly into the building?
So let's get Lena's roll first. You're
That
definitely gonna
sounds
use
logical.
you're definitely gonna use your pilot check. I'm fine with. But it's probably gonna be dexterity. This is a dexterous thing you're trying to do.
Okay, that's fine. And the ship has fucking
Arrow fins.
arrow fins, so I get a plus
I think
2
it's called. Yeah,
You do?
from the arrow fin.
it
On the
does,
ship and
and they
atmosphere.
do. External systems, arrow fins, yes. I can quote High Guard if you want.
What's
Yep.
it say?
Out of memory, what the fuck?
Oh, that happens all the time with that goddamn PDF.
Yeah, it
shit?
happens. It happens.
Yeah,
Just
just
read
refresh it and
myself.
come back to the thing.
Arrow fins.
Arrow.
They gain to all pilot checks. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, if you got arrow fins plus 2, I see. Let's do it.
Yep.
Yep,
Let's
I
roll it.
can't open PDF right now for some fucking reason. What is running? Oh my god, what is eating my fucking Chrome?
Effect 1.
The Chrome Dome.
So you need to make your check at a -1 because Lena's doing her best flying through the sandstorm, bringing you close up and dropping low, and it's pretty on target, but the winds are buffeting you in the sands in your
Alright.
ship.
I would like to add a. Do I get any form of fall control from the auxiliary thrusters or nah?
What does it say?
It just lets me jump 10 meters, retaining horizontal movement.
I
And if
imagine
it
you
can
can
jump
deploy
up in
those
the
to
air,
stabilize
that
yourself if you're dropping.
Awesome. So no penalty.
Sure, but I'm gonna still need you to make a roll to see how well you do.
Yeah,
landing
of
this.
course.
Snake
oh my
eyes,
fucking
Snake
snake
eyes.
baby.
eye. Fuck you. Can I roll? Can I add luck?
Nope.
Not after.
Fuck! It's still a 5. I am fucking cursed this round. I told you, it's going to set the tone.
Lena, you do your best. You try bringing the ship down, close down to the dunes. You pull up to the back of the bar, and as the door opens, you hear the gunshot ring out. The mech releases the
It's
from the
grip
ship,
on the
and it tries
cargo.
to use its auxiliary thrusters, but the sandstorm kind of buffets you a little bit off course, and you go careening into the side of the bar, and the wall
Oh,
starts
fuck.
tearing down, and you leave like a huge a hole in the side of the building as you crash through it.
Just a neck in the side of the
Do I
building.
kill anyone?
No, you're like on the right side, the right corner.
Okay, so I didn't actually. All right. I'm going to stand the walker back up as a. What's that?
I was just seeing if you would take any damage from that, but you don't.
Oh, okay.
Definitely doesn't read parentheses, grenade launcher parentheses.
Also,
You
Not at all.
crash
by
as
the
you land in the building.
yeah. By the way, any weapons that do 3d6 or less damage dice doesn't do damage.
Well, that's unfortunate
won't
because
do
all these
damage.
guys' guns do 3d6. That's okay, I'll
Do
just shoot
what?
grenades at you.
Do 3d6. Oh, well, that's perfect. I just
It's
kill the
done.
grenadiers then. So I stand up, stand up the walker. Can I see the grenadier from where I'm standing, and how many other dudes can I see?
I got
I
one.
think that's probably your turn. Is crashing down
Wait,
and maybe
I
like
have my-
standing back up.
Major action, minor action, or if I use my major action to get
Yeah, but
2
you
more
failed
minor
to check.
actions, was it?
You kind of botched the landing and crashed into the side of the building. So,
Oh, that's shit. All right.
yep.
I can't do anything then on my turn. Wait, was that on? Oh god, what's your character's name? I'm sorry. Lena's turn, or did that happen on my turn? 'Cause
Lena
that
did
sort of
her
blended.
turn to pilot and bring you close enough to get a landing. She applied
Okay.
a -1 to your
And then
roll.
sh-
You rolled
then on
it,
your turn, you
and
need
you
to drop.
snake eyes it, and you
Okay.
botched it. You crashed into the side of the building. You don't
I
take
tried to
any
do
damage,
something, I got
but
snake eyes.
you kind
Yeah.
of botched it, and this is giving them a
All
window
right.
of opportunity to move out of the building.
All right. Well, okay.
That's your
I
turn.
can't do anything.
Yep.
Yep.
At least for this turn, you're stuck.
Shout threateningly, probably.
All right. The mercenaries.
Out for anger.
They move out of the building. You can see the one that got shot. His buddy kind of pushes him out and makes him clear out of the way of the doorway, kind of dragging him along. He brings up his grenade launcher, and with I have a soundboard for this. Yeah. Yeah, like that. Something like that. He shoots out a grenade, a little smoke grenade, right, kind of at the right corner of the tarp, and the smoke grenade begins pouring out. It's probably not going to last too long, but it's at least going to last. I think it's 1d6 times 3. Is that right? We just did
Yep.
this.
It's also
1d6
in a
times
sandstorm.
3 turns during a sandstorm. FYI.
Right.
During
so
a
it's not going to last
sandstorm,
very long.
that kind of
So
ship
it's
is
probably
going
going to only
boom.
last about 2 turns. He shoots a smoke out, and you can see them moving around. The mercenaries pour out. There's 10 of them, including Galt. Galt comes out last, wielding his pistol, and he's like looking out, like, what in the hell?
FYI, I've locked the doors and hatches to the mech before combat began.
Yeah.
So I don't want
That's
any
obvious.
fuckers walking in.
Shit is real. They're pouring a couple of burst fire rounds like into your shuttle, or the shuttle sitting in front of them, like with Tren, or they're above them is Lena and the other ship. They're like putting a couple of rounds out, but mostly they're focusing on uncovering the tarps. And as they do this, you can see them pull the tarps down, and there are 3 land vehicles. 2 of them
Fire on the
are
tarps!
open air. They're open air jeeps. They look like with 4-seaters on them, but the one in the back has a mounted machine gun, a rotary machine gun.
Fuck!
It's like an auto cannon, but it fires at an even faster rate.
Motherfucker.
And they are like pulling this tarp out, immediately running around, loading up, starting up the engines, and getting ready to fucking go. But that's their turn. They're not taking off right yet. Like their wheels are just starting to spin as the next round of
Wouldn't
combat
they be
starts.
starting the engine?
It has a gun.
shit.
It's not a war crime to shoot it with our gun.
Yep. There's your
Yep.
target. Is that a war crime? Firing at a vehicle?
I don't
You've got to
know.
be clear.
I don't know.
I don't
gotta
know what
be-
war crimes
You
are.
could get away with it, but you know.
Also, counterpoint. On my next turn, I'm going to commit a war crime.
Counterpoint. I will commit war crimes.
Roll for war
I
crimes.
have no thought.
1d6 for war
I'm
crimes.
gonna vaporize.
Oh, 5
5
war
war
crimes.
crimes.
Just
You
under.
get 5 Nuremberg trials.
Listen, anybody who's not in that car, if that car's gun is not operational on my next turn, someone's getting vaporized by my engines. So it's
Right.
gonna get
Hold
faster
your
and more.
action. I can pick up that car. I would like to have a gun for my mech. I'll just pick up the car and shake off the people inside.
Sounds good.
Hold your action to fire on the other vehicle, though. We cannot allow Mason to escape. Alive, at least.
I'd have to click the autopilot on and go run to the gun.
Go for it.
Do that on my next turn then.
FYI, the ship has 40 armor for people to ship, relatively speaking.
That would definitely be
'Cause
your
it has
whole
a
turn
sh-
to do that, Lena.
Oh yeah, I figured.
Eh.
Clicking autopilot and running to the turret. Is it my turn now or?
No, it's
No.
Edward.
No.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do on my next turn. Then.
Edward's
Smoke obscures the area that the mercenaries are moving in, trying to get into their vehicles and take off. Edward, you're sitting in the thing with your
kind
rifle
of
looking
smoke?
at
What
them.
kind of smoke?
Regular smoke.
Okay,
He has
so I
infrared.
have the infrared, so I can see through it.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
he can see through it. Yeah.
Uh,
There's literally an option for thermal smoke, and you didn't specify it. And you knew one of your players had an infrared sniper.
so okay, so they have what? One like turret jeep. What's the vehicle or with the turret?
Two
And can I shoot it?
open air jeeps with 4 seats, and there's one jeep in the back with a mounted machine gun on the back.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So 2 jeeps and one of them has a gun, or 2
Three
jeeps?
jeeps.
Oh, three
Three
jeeps
jeeps.
and one has a gun. Gotcha.
Right.
Two
Okay.
regular jeep, then one that's gonna fuck our day up if it gets moving.
Can
one's
I
mine.
spend my whole turn aiming at the area?
Yes, but they're
By
about
a
to
bunch.
take the fuck off, and
Oh, wait,
they
no.
can probably move a pretty good distance away.
So it's time to book it.
Wheels are turning. Yep. about
Okay.
to get
Well, then
moving. What are
I'm
you
gonna
guys
grab
doing?
Tren and we're gonna get in the ship.
Or shoot the driver. That's another valid thing. That you
Or-
definitely heard someone shout.
Well, I
Well-
guess giving away my position doesn't really care. Okay, yeah, let's just shoot one of the drivers.
They don't care where your position is. They want their position to be anywhere but here.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna shoot for one of the drivers. Specifically the turret driver.
The driver of the turret jeep.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So he has he's in a vehicle, so he's got like a roll cage and everything. He's got cover to him, but otherwise
is an open
it's
vehicle.
a straight shot.
Okay, sick. So we will gun combat deck. Can I use my 2 minor actions to aim?
No, you have to use a minor action and a significant action to shoot. You
Oh.
could aim once and add a +1.
Okay, sick. Then I do that.
All
right.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
There we go. Bonus damage time. Hell yeah.
So explain the bonuses you did. You gave +1 gun
For
combat. You put.
All of his is in the ball
So
game.
did you fix your gun combat?
It's 3 slug. I'm only using
You got
slug
3
now.
slug?
Yeah, fuck the energy
He did
bullshit.
specify that he's only using slug at the beginning of the session.
Well, I changed it so it's slug on my sheet.
Yeah, he just hasn't changed it in
Okay.
this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
has 0 for
well, There's 3
Energies.
sheets. Am I supposed to change them all now? Come on, cut me some
You
slack.
made us make 3 sheets. You pain in
come
the
on.
butt.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So what? Am I doing it wrong?
No,
I mean,
motherfucker,
yours
hold
just
on. I'm
says gun
choking to
combat
death on
instead.
nuts.
Okay, well, what's your dexterity? You got +1 to dexterity?
Yeah, I've got 10 dexterity.
Alright, yeah, that's that's a +1 to dexterity. Then you got your
No, I'm not talking because there's literally a fucking
+1.
nut stuck in my throat and I can't open my fucking mouth.
If
so
I
you
had
got
a
a
nickel
+1
for every
to
time I
aiming.
heard
Yeah,
And
you're
then
shooting at the driver.
you
That
plus-
applies, so you actually got a effect 6. But you can add a 6 to that.
sick.
I think this driver's about to get shot.
Yeah.
Do my damage.
Roll bet.
Let's go.
Oh no.
This one hit a little bit harder.
Yeah. So that's 19 with AP 5. So this guy takes 18 points of yeah.
My fucking god!
His chest blows out.
Oh.
With a bang throughout the wasteland, you shoot your AP rifle into the driver's seat of the rifle, or into the you know what I'm
Driver's
talking
seat
about,
of the
Jeep.
rifle.
Shut up. And he just a blood mist explodes out from his chest, covering the front windshield. His buddy curses, and he's like freaking out. Mason at the front, as he's in the middle, he's in the middle Jeep. He calls out something, and the guy in the passenger seat, he's just gonna try to like push out his buddy from the driver's seat and assume command of the Jeep. Trent, you're up.
Alright. I assume I saw which one Mason got in, and it wasn't the one with the machine gun.
He's in the middle Jeep.
Okay, and I assume it's regular machine gun. In order. Are they facing me or facing away from me?
Facing you.
Well, I am going to trust the big man to get the machine gun like he said he would, and I am going to attempt to land directly on Mason's car with this ship. Stop it from moving.
Yes, boy.
Let's see how this
I was gonna
goes.
vaguely do the same thing, but
This is gonna be pretty difficult.
We need him alive.
I mean, it's not moving.
So they're going to roll their pilot or their driver's maneuverability.
I am going to use 5 of my luck to knock this.
Yeah, baby.
And I'm going to assume...
Ooh. Wait, why did Faust roll twice?
For my own reasons. Don't question it.
14.
I'm gonna start making private rolls.
Baby,
It can always be better
14.
rolls. Damn.
You fucking body slam that car, bro.
Luck was a mistake. Alright, but anyway.
What was a mistake? Yeah, no, we're just using it all in this one session, and then you just go, nah, you get it back in 6 months real life time.
Yeah.
Well, is there a limit you can spend?
Bing bong.
I have a lot of luck, so I was fine with dropping a lot. I'm actually
Listen,
doing
I
something
have
to
5
stop
luck
this.
max. I used 4 of it this turn.
I have 9. I didn't care. I know it'll take a while to refill, but
Oh yeah.
I don't plan on getting into a combat with like 13 things again.
Oh yeah, no.
Anytime soon.
This doesn't sit right with me.
What?
I think we should put a limit on how much luck you can burn. At one.
We'll lower it by however many you need to.
2,
It just
Like,
There's
either
definitely
way,
no
it's
energy,
above
I
a
don't care.
12.
maybe 3. I
I would
mean,
assume.
it
Yeah,
just means
let's-
you're not going to be able to exceed at any dump luck into anything else for the session.
Or for
well,
a
not
while.
just session. He doesn't. He said he's not going to give it out for a while.
Yeah.
Let's put a
But-
put a cap of +3 on luck.
Okay,
All right,
so that's
plus
a
3 for now.
12.
So you got a 12. They yeah.
Still beat him.
You're basically ramming them. So let's look at the vehicle rules for ramming.
Yes.
I have looked at them.
Yeah, I sent them to you.
Yeah. I had looked at them earlier,
And
and it actually, unironically, doesn't say much about damage, unfortunately. It
oh,
requires a
Delivery-
significant action and a successful skill check.
Yep.
That's all.
Just do you want to put out like 4d6 damage to the target vehicle if the targeted vehicle is smaller than the larger vehicle, but if they're like equal size, they both take damage.
Yeah, and that
That
the
sounds
ref can
reasonable.
grant it an automatic hit if it's a large enough target. Like if I tried to aim at the big penis,
Yeah.
that would be an automatic hit. You
Okay.
can't miss it.
so you're aiming for Masons in the middle.
Yeah, trying to hold it down.
If you can hold it down, like on the next combat round, after picking up the jeep, I'll use my other hand to grab Mason, and then like we're set. I just have to stomp on a few grenadiers and then I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, you're trying. You trust to whatever black gods you have, and you like lower the landing gears on your ship, and you just push forward and land. Like I am going to prevent these fuckers from driving off, and your landing gear clips onto the. It like scrapes off the back of the one in the front, and then collides right into the front of the Jeep in the middle. And Mason, he's like sitting in the passenger seat with his laptop, and he was not expecting this. I mean, he knew you were in front of him, but he did not expect you to crash your fucking ship into his car.
He's like, oh my god, this man's crazy.
Yeah, so you have your landing gear stuck into their Jeep. Shit. Let's roll damage, I guess. What did you say, 46?
46 is what I read, I think, in the vehicle handbook.
Yeah. I didn't see any damage in the RAM rules I read, so.
That makes
Yeah, I just read
that's fine with me. You crash your shuttle and do 46 vehicle type damage to the armor of
Also,
this.
you're a lot bigger. So I just thought, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. We're getting to the fuck you rules now.
We're getting into the fuck you rules.
Let's exit the
do that,
let's exit the fuck you rule hole and just say 46 and see how that rolls out.
Not bad.
Less than a rifle.
Less than the sniper.
Well, you're going slower.
Yeah, I just kind of fell on it
You
gracefully.
just go. You're trying not to kill him. You're holding
The
back.
10-ton ship.
You want him alive. That's why you're going. Goof.
So, these things have a armor rating of 8. You did 11, so they're going to take, or this thing's going to take 3 points of hull damage. You rip into the front of it, and this is like an old repurposed military vehicle. Your landing gear scrapes up, pulls up the front part where the engine is, and pulls that off, smashes through the windshield. You were just like crunching this ship underneath, and let me see if I'm just making like private rolls. I don't think you can see them anymore.
no, can't see.
Correct. Just a bunch of
Oh,
questions.
no, it was a nat 20. What the fuck? No.
That 20.
Hey guys.
What it means.
Two of the guys in the Jeep, like Mason crawls out into the middle of the dashboard, and the landing gear crunches through the windshield and smashes through his seat like he barely escaped death. The guy behind him gets decapitated by the landing gear. One of the guys in the back, he's like trying to move out of the Jeep, but as you readjust the ship, kind of like making sure you land correctly, the landing gear turns and the metal part smacks him in the back of the head, and his skull crunches and he collapses in a heap outside of the Jeep. Mason is like scrambling, avoiding, trying to get out, and another guy in the Jeep as well survived this. Gross.
Gross.
Lena, you are
So-
watching maybe from your vantage
yeah.
point
Definitely
as
watching.
Blaps his way into the mound of Jeeps, just crunching and colliding in the back. Like sparks are flying out, things are starting to catch fire. Blood is splurting all over the walls. Shit's getting nasty out there, and still the mech is in a hole in the wall in the bar.
Are there any fleshy bodies that are not?
Oh yeah, how many
the
have
vehicles?
died so far?
2.
Yeah. So are there? Is
3,
there anybody
actually.
else in the vehicles?
4.
Is there anybody in the gun right now of that rear vehicle?
Yes. No, 3.
So okay. So yes, somebody's in the gun, or yes, people are still alive.
3 dead, 1 heavily wounded. Correct.
Okay. So is there somebody manning that gun of that rear Jeep
Yes.
right now? Okay.
They are
Um,
wheels spinning, about to
He's
take the
mine.
fuck off.
All
He's
right.
mine though. The gun
Oh, yeah,
Jeep
no.
is mine. If you want to take out the extra Jeep that wasn't rammed,
Yeah, the Jeep
Feel
that
free
wasn't
to.
rammed. Do I feel like I can sort of get in there and go with the thrusters and not crash into the
No,
other shuttle?
You guys are too big. It's already kind of a
No.
stretch that
I
he's
thought
doing this.
Okay.
And that's because he's a blap. He's basically doing the comic relief shit right now. He's like screaming and driving his ship into
Okay,
the,
then I'll
the
come
I have
in
a
jeep.
better
and-
idea. Deploy. Wait, Lena. There's a tow cable on my ship. Deploy it. I'll hook it onto the last car.
I will deploy the tow cable and sort of like fly myself. Wait, the last car's in the one with the gun, or
I'll hook it onto the one without the gun, so you can incapacitate that one. I can
Okay.
do that as a free action, and I'll use my action to just start, like. Would it be a major action to pick up the car with the gun?
Yeah.
that's a great question.
Okay. I'll use my action,
To,
my
like pick it
major
up
action
and
to
like maybe
get.
do something with it, I guess.
Oh no, just like pick it up and like shake it. So I shake out all the people from it, and they fall a few
Ow.
10
Ow.
feet.
You want to do the thing where you mug the kid by grabbing him by his
Yeah, I
legs,
shake
and
him down.
make all his points come
Yeah.
out. You steal him
So
the
if you
first one.
wanna,
Yeah,
if you
so
wanna
I'll-
hold your, deploy the cable and hold your movement, and then like once it's hooked on, I'll give you the signal. You can like zip and just like whiplash people to death or out of the vehicle.
Yes, I will deploy the cable and ready a movement action to go boosh once you tell me. It's
Yeah, baby, let's go. This is danger zone to the max. All right. So is that Faust? Did you get all of that, or are you
That's-
just like
You're
in
trying
your-
to attach a tow cable to the back of the jeep.
No, I'll do that on my turn, but for
Yeah.
Lena,
It's Lena's turn. What are
you're
you doing,
just
Lena?
deploying the cable.
I
Yeah,
just,
it's
I
your turn.
literally fly my ship. I move the ship
Sorry.
slightly to be over the jeep that hasn't been fucked with, and I deploy the tow cable. And then I ready my movement action to when I get the signal that that the ship's been connected. Then I'm just gonna like poof the throttle and just whip the jeep.
All right, so you guys are doing like a combined action here.
Basically, yeah.
You guys communicate like you're in the crash ship and you guys are formulating this plan over comms. Lena, you drop the tow cable that's hanging down below the ship now.
Okay.
You need to get your ship out of the fucking bar. So we need to roll like some kind of piloting check. You're
My
stuck in there and you fucked
vehicle.
up pretty hard.
It's not a ship; it's a vehicle.
Your vehicle,
Blah.
your thing, your walker.
Walker.
The walker needs
Is
to
it
stand
metal
up.
stuck,
gear.
or did it just fall?
It's
'Cause,
kind of stuck.
like- Ah! Motherfucker! Fuck you! We're gonna. You know what?
Hey,
fuck
you know what? Don't
I'm gonna
airdrop
put
your
all
fucking
my-
thing into a bar.
You know what? Next time I'll do it with a parachute. Fuck you.
Yeah, do
We're
it.
gonna buy a parachute
Not
with
into
our
a building.
Right.
I need to buy bombs. We need to mount bombs on this thing.
Yeah, I do need to put a bomb on my mech. No. Okay, what check do I piloting? Can I use intelligence? So I'm using my knowledge of the mech
Typically,
just to be
no. Typically, piloting is dex.
like. It's not piloting though. It's drive.
Same thing.
It's not. Drive walker.
Indifference is the classification.
Yeah,
you're
you know what I
looking
mean,
for.
Zero.
man.
It's a walker. It's a drive.
2d6. Dex and skill cancel each other out. I'm gonna burn my 3 luck here.
Oh,
Nice.
Fuck me if I
What?
didn't just stand back, like burn the auxiliary thrusters to jump straight back out.
luck.
I'm going to use.
Luke, take a
Yeah.
inspiration. It's kind of like a free like a 3d6.
Boon.
Yeah, you
Awesome.
can you can spend that boon whenever you want. You basically like just like pull yourself out, like horrifying image of this mecha, just its arms reaching out of the wreckage and effortlessly just ripping through the bar, standing back up.
I grabbed the chain that's like waving around. Not chain, the cable, thick like
Tow
tow
cable.
cable, that's like being whipped around by the thrusters of the ship. I grab it. I look at the vehicle that's doesn't have the turret and hasn't been rammed yet, and I'll just like what's the biggest and would it be too much for me just to literally wrap the cable around the chassis widthways?
It
would it be more
much.
sensible? Okay.
You would have to hook it somewhere. They're about
I'll
to
just
go.
hook it on. Alright, I just, like, hook it onto the tow bar. Fuck it. You know how it is. It's a military
That
vehicle. It's
Volber's
got a
just
tow
gonna
bar.
pop off.
It's probably got a tow bar
And
that's
then-
hooked into the main chassis, like a Humvee.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, can I just use my major action or whatever else I need to do on my turn just to pick up and shake down a little bit, shake down the armored, or the Jeep with the gun, just to shake out the people?
I think moving forward and attaching the tow is like a minor action. I think so. That was 2 minor actions. I think attacking, like shaking them around or trying to grapple with a vehicle, will be a significant action.
Alright.
So you have a minor
okay.
action left, if you can think of one.
Oh, I have a minor action idea. I'm going to move and just so. How far against the wall of the bar is the Jeep with the gun?
Like 6 meters.
Okay, so they can like reverse back and then out if I stood in front of it. All right. I'm going to stand in the middle behind the. So I'm going to stand on the Jeep with the gun. Like just put a foot down, but behind the where the gunner is, on the gunner is standing, but try and not step on the gun, because I want that.
All right. Well, he's gonna shoot you with it.
Oh.
Wait, shoot me first, or I'm going to step on him first?
You just said you're not shooting on the gun.
He's
Yeah,
not
I'm
stepping on the gun. He's stepping in
I'm
the
stepping
gunner's
on the
seat.
gunner.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
He
gunner.
wants to step on the guy and,
And
be
you
very
said this
careful
is
to
a-
not break the gun, because he wants the weapon.
Yeah. Not very careful. If I need to, I will step on the gun, but
I'm gonna try and make
safety
an effort
first.
not.
Yeah, make an effort not to step on the gun. Step on the gunner. With my minor action.
Which
Is
is
that another
walking.
piloting drive check? Sorry. Because this is basically just me moving the vehicle to stand on the Jeep. Actually, can I put 2 feet on the Jeep? So one where the gunner is and one where the driver
No,
is?
this is getting a little silly.
It is.
No.
Fair enough.
You attach the tow cable and you lift up your foot to stomp down. They are going to be taking off at this point. So I made a roll, and your foot is going to, like catch on the back of the Jeep and rip off the back panel, leaving the back exposed completely.
How's it
But
gonna go forward? I'm on
Around.
top of the Jeep in front of it.
Around.
Oh, no, you...
He would have
you
to drive
round
backward.
Yeah, like reverse then forwards, but I'm sure they can do that. It just means I have a chance to catch up, right? If they had to reverse first.
Even if they get away, you have spaceships.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really want that gun. And also Mason is still here, so I guess I'll just grab him first, then start running.
You can come back
That's
for
for
it.
next turn.
And does my ready to action to just whip the fucking Jeep go off?
Yeah, that goes off. So it's like, damn it, I missed him.
But that's true. This Jeep's not going anywhere regardless. So let me make a
Dude,
couple
I just
rolls.
Does he
know.
die of whiplash?
I just
Like a
said that's
mid
freaking
hit.
okay.
Oh no! This is some serious fucky wucky shit going on.
Yeah, there's some serious clusterfucking going on, and that Tren, you are smashing into the middle Jeep where Mason Galt is. He's screaming out orders to his men. The front Jeep starts hitting the gas. Mason and the other survivor of the middle Jeep, Mason starts climbing through the crunched out windshield. His buddy tries to follow behind him, but you like shift the shuttle around a little bit. You dislodge the landing gear, but instead the exhaust, like the thruster in the back, you turn it around and it like gives off a bit of heat, and the man just gets blasted from the ship. Mason, he jumps across from his Jeep to the one in the front that's about to take off. Like his buddies catch him and pull him onto the Jeep, and it starts scraping off. The one in the back tries to do the same, but it is towed. So the wheels screech, and it's trying to pull across, like go around the one in the middle where the ship is crunching into the middle Jeep. The guy in the back is freaking the hell out as the leg of your mech smashes into the back of it and rips off the back panel. He whips the light autocannon around, and he is going to put in a close range shot.
All right. I'm facing the front of him at that point, would I?
Well, you're facing the back of the Jeep, and this is a 360 rotational mounted.
No,
turret.
I'm asking what point of my chassis is he shooting at? Is he firing at the
front.
rear, front? Okay, good. Thank fuck.
That's gonna hit. So that's 66 plus 1, and that's auto. So I'm gonna add the auto rating, so that's plus 4. 22 points of damage.
Minus
All right,
20.
well, that's negated to 2 points of damage.
Shit, really?
And so I go from
He has 20 armor,
40
yeah.
points.
That's 66
no.
plus 4, though.
Wait, how much did you say? 22?
22.
Yeah, so that's
Fired
reduced
burst.
to 2 points of damage, and then my hull points go from 40 to 38.
That's disgusting. I'm gonna start shooting with full auto.
Fuck you! I put all my money into the armor, bitch!
This is a tank,
So this
not
guy,
a weapon.
These guys in the back, they're fucked. There's,
Yeah, the
there's
guys who
four,
are front don't exist anymore. They
Through,
get
like,
vaporized.
there's
Through
4
the
of them,
speakers,
and they're just
through the
blasting.
speakers of the mech, I blast out to them.
Stop your vehicle or I'll catch up to you and tear you in fucking half.
Yeah.
All you would hear out of the blap is just a loud blap out of the speakers as he's trying to make sure to
Alright.
stay on that.
Just go, you motherfucker, as
Okay.
I just whip the
We are
front.
temporary ending combat. The front Jeep is taking off, screeching through the desert. You managed to catch these
Front Jeep
guys
is
and
connected
stop
to my
them.
car. The
Eh.
front Jeep is cable connected.
So we're
too.
gonna act freely for a minute. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Let's take like a couple minutes.
Alright, take a few minutes break. Awesome.
Front Jeep's
if no
definitely
one-
not streaming through the desert, though. If it's streaming through the desert, it's in through the air.
Well, the Jeep attached to you, all you have to do is, like, keep it at least, like, 10
No, the
feet
one in
above the
front,
ground.
the Mason Gauld is escaping one.
Oh,
Oh.
the one with the gun?
No, the one in the front that doesn't have a gun.
Yeah, the one in the very. So
Oh, the
one
one
in the
that
middle
got
is Mason.
rammed. Sorry.
No.
Yeah,
The one in the
okay.
middle is Mason. The one in the front was cable tied to me.
No, it wasn't.
Yes.
The one in the back was with
What?
the turret.
No,
What? I
he specifically
thought it
said
was-
cable
No, I
tying to one
specifically
not
said the
happening.
one without the turret because I was going to pick up the one with the turret and shake it down of its crew because,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
I
the
assume
entire
that
thing
the
was
crew
the
would still make an
unlocked
attempt to
vehicle.
shoot.
Oh, I misunderstood then.
Yeah,
that's
no,
alright.
the one in the back is the one that got.
up?
What's up, nerds?
Oh,
What's that?
nerd alert!
Whoop whoop! Nerd alert and work in an hour alert.
Oh my god, dude, I'm like gonna blow
Edward.
my fucking brains out.
Edward,
Dude,
are you gonna try to shoot
This
the driver
music's so fucking
again?
loud.
You can adjust it on your side.
I know. I just sat down. And it fucking keeps resetting. Okay, sorry.
Okay,
were
what
you
you do
saying?
is you open global volume controls and you take down the playlist volume.
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna mute the Chrome tab.
Dude, you're not being mean.
Mute the-
I'm
mute the
trying to
cron
keep
tab.
track of a lot of shit, and I'm not paying
The
attention.
cron tab. The cron tab has been
haven't
muted.
swiped
Mute
at
the
all.
cron tab. We don't want it to crash prod.
Mute that cron tab.
Okay, it's okay, guys. I just made some eggs, bacon, and I put some cheese. Onion. Breakfast time.
Oh shit.
What do we have to do tonight?
We have to downgrade Defender.
Yeah, we're each
On
doing like
all
30
production.
boxes.
How long?
I think
do you
we
think
all
it'll take?
have like 30.
What should my expectations be?
So, if it goes well,
1 a.m.
probably 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing, right? You'll know
not
within
bad.
30 seconds whether or not a box is borked. If a box gets borked, they have to restart it, which takes about 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Then you run the command again.
I put way too much salt in this. Okay.
Dude, my fries are salty. I'm pissed.
Yo,
And
this guy's
yeah,
salty.
I don't want to work tomorrow.
understandable.
Oh,
Are you finally back working tomorrow?
I'm here. No, dude, it's a lot to keep track of. What this really shows is that I
Yeah.
should make tokens for the vehicles and have people specifically point out exactly what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, tokens are helpful.
Especially when
I
I,
think
don't
it's
know
like-
the vehicle rules too well. We're just kind of doing shit improv. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to keep
Make
track of a lot of
one.
shit. If
Yeah.
I'm doing something wrong, I don't care. Just tell me.
Yeah, it's about learning.
You're
Yeah.
good.
I mean,
I mean,
there
that's
is a
how-
lot of shit happening right now.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of shit. I do not blame you at all
This
for
is a
getting
very. This is a lot of 12 seconds right here.
That was a lot of 12 seconds of beating
That
shit
was,
up.
That was very 12 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact it went from 11 targets to 3 really made this encounter a lot easier.
We kind of panicked.
I'm gonna be honest. We went from we have a plan to fuck it.
The plan
Real
That's
fast.
the
This is the
table.
plan, and we
Fuck
threw
it,
it out the
blast
window.
him out of the sky.
Lena, your
tried
character
diplomacy.
being who your character is actually helped because they didn't just gun you down immediately.
They just looked at her and went, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck is this thing? This
They
can't
just- they just
possibly
looked at
be
her.
an anime character, could it? Oh
They
no,
just
it
stared at
is.
her. They're like, "This is
Oh,
the
no.
weirdest thing I've ever seen, and that's the weirdest story I've ever heard." So it just makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We are having mirages in this desert.
not
Fuck
having
this.
not having fun anymore. So Mason
Also,
Galt
I'm gonna
and
be-
2 survivors from the ambush of 95. Fucking.
the ambush of 95. Fuck you.
And now we begin the actual highway to the danger zone, where they are skidding off towards the front of the bar onto the highway, trying to get the fuck away.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen, Chief. Because as long as they're equal or faster, or equal or slower than medium speed, I can match them. So, yeah.
As long as they're slower than the freaking spaceship.
With a maneuver drive of 3 Gs.
Well, I didn't say they would succeed, but they're trying, okay?
Listen,
Yeah.
worst case, I have a wrecking ball hanging from my ship. I can smack into him.
Very
But I'm not
angry
doing
wrecking
it.
ball with arms.
Yeah.
Well, we'll make a few rolls to see how it goes for him.
Can we just give like
How many wrecking
full-
balls does it take to knock it over?
I think, so
One
would
with,
you like to know the plan that we vaguely came up with?
Yes.
Well,
So basically,
okay.
I'll jump on the ship's. I'll grab onto the ship's tow cable, fly over to the car that's getting away, pick up the car, then let go of the ship's cable, then shake out the people. So that way, we remove the gunner from the turret, and we have Mason.
And it's the least murdery way we can come up with to stop the car.
Yes.
We've only killed
'cause, you know,
9 people. It's fine.
Yeah, but
We
Mason's
can do one
in it.
more.
We don't want to kill Mason.
I have 4 rounds. We can do one more.
we can't kill Mason. He's worth a lot of money alive.
Can I shoot him in the
And
leg?
also, I'm very dog shit with a stunner gun, but not a automatic shotgun for some reason. Don't know how that works out.
They're just
I-
too just into
yeah.
the recoil of the gun.
Yeah, energy guns
Yeah.
don't have recoil. And you gotta
You're
adjust
so
using
used
it.
to like
recoil that doesn't
pushing it
exist.
down
Like,
from
damn
the
it.
recoil, you just shoot their foot on accident and go, oops,
Well, if it's a taser.
my
then-
bad.
And apparently the city won't let me have my culturally significant chain axe, so guess I have to leave that on the ship.
Bigot.
I'm joking, I
cultural-
don't
My
own a chain
emotional
axe yet.
support warship.
Don't worry, I haven't bought it yet. But
Yeah.
they did let me in with my medicinal assault shotgun with incendiary rounds.
Medicinal.
I've been trying to rationalize that to myself, trying to tell myself something to help me sleep at night. And
It's not
basically,
working.
the conclusion that I've come to is that you are expressly on the planet at this moment to bounty hunt for a dangerous criminal. That is
Yes.
the one reason that you have that. The moment that that is done, you need to put your shit away.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
what
happy
the
to
city
do
is
that.
telling you, and that is after days of negotiating. That is the conclusion that we have come to.
That was days of me pulling rank.
Yeah, and that's the best you got.
Yep. Well, I mean, that's all I've got. And that's all I need. Because I fucked up 3 folk.
All
To be
right.
fair, I was using the fuck your general direction ammunition.
So at the current moment, the situation kind of lays out as you see. The front jeep is, the jeep is escaping with Mason Galt and 2 of the survivors of your ambush with a gun on the mounted belt on the back. Tren, you're basically lodged in the asshole of the middle jeep with a bunch of dead bodies and corpses everywhere. It's basically
I will
catching fire
try
and
to fly.
exploding underneath you.
I will attempt to fly away from it. See if
Yeah.
it drops off.
It might take you a minute.
Does it
or
come
2.
off?
You can
Okay.
But
Roll.
Someone has to pick me up too.
I plan on
I'll
picking you up
pick
once
up-
I drop this jeep
Hell yeah.
somewhere.
Make a roll just to see how well that goes for you. And Fargon, you're watching as the jeep with the 3 guys gets lifted up out of the air by Lena in your ship, the Eternal.
Nice. Now
And
we
they
have
are
a
just
jeep.
screaming and holding on. They're shooting their small arms at both of you, but it's pretty much all ineffective.
I'll shout out to them, stop shooting and surrender, and you can walk out of this.
They eventually run
We're
out of
after
ammo,
Mason.
which is pretty much the same thing.
Same thing as surrendering? No, it's not. They didn't surrender.
Trash, you managed to pull yourself out of the wreckage of the middle ship. It's not
Yay.
a big deal, and you can pull yourself over. And Edward, you're watching this chaos. You can see Mason and his jeep get on the highway and start skidding off.
Can I aim at them
Yeah.
with my sniper?
What's the range on that thing?
500.
Yeah.
Come on, let him push
You
it.
can take like a
Burn all your
long
luck
range
this
shot.
Do
Alright.
it. Do it. Burn your luck.
It's worth
And I
it.
got-
the fucking driver.
Take out the driver, make our lives easy.
Oh, yeah, wait.
Fast moving
It's fire.
target, DM -1. Range, long range is.
Oh wait, he can aim, can't he? Like if it's already long range, he can spend 1 round using all his minor actions to aim,
Depends on how fast
and
it's
then on
going.
his
So wait, so how far away are they?
Well, they're skidding out right now. They are about to
I was 400
on their
from
turn. They're going to be leaving your range. Essentially, they're going to be skidding off as fast as they possibly can. So you could aim and shoot. Probably this turn is your
Okay.
best shot.
So that would be a long range. Okay, cool.
And
Yeah.
it'll be long range and a fast moving target, so you're gonna be taking a -3 to this shot. And then you could add your aim.
And combat dex.
Okay. All right, let's roll. And let me think. I'll spend some luck. I'll spend my 3 luck.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go. Let's go.
Whoop, whoop.
None of us want to fail this encounter.
We don't want to fail. I really want that 100,000.
Faust really wants us to fuck up here. It's like, oh, they get away in the jeep with the gun. Oh no, he's getting away.
And we're just over here like, we're invested in this at this point.
Okay, all right.
Wants the gun.
This is the sunk cost fallacy.
Also.
We've all dumped so much luck, we may as well dump all of our luck on this encounter and succeed.
So
I think we've reached full Robocop of dead or alive, you're coming with me, but mostly dead.
Mostly dead, and it's your fault. Somehow.
okay, all right.
If the one is mostly dead, I just go bonk.
While you're rolling, Tyler.
Okay, so I get the +3 for the luck. That I'm just gonna say that negates my.
So it's +3 from the luck, +1 from aim, -3 from the negatives.
Mhm.
So +1.
Yep. All right, let's go. So let's go.
So that's 11.
Big money.
No. 14. He already minus the 3. The luck canceled
Oh,
out the
he
minus
did.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't put in a -3 in the thing.
That would cancel
your
itself
down.
out then, so it wouldn't be +3, it'd be 0.
The +3's gun combat.
Thank you, Dren.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yes. He's a really good gunner.
He's good at gunning, that's it.
I forgot.
I can fly
I've been
shit.
practicing all session.
All you do is guns, all I do is fly the ship.
And all Trent does is comedy.
All I do is get shot.
All you do is
He's our
have badass
tank.
stuff.
All right,
Okay.
roll for damage.
Yeah, roll damage.
Oof, I tickled him.
Oof,
So
13.
that's, 13. 12 actually, because of the armor. So
Armor
How much
pierce
armor?
5?
yeah, he has 6 armor. So you.
Okay.
reduce
Wait, who
one
do you
from
think
that.
he's shooting?
The driver.
Okay. I was just making sure you didn't think it was Mason.
Fuck
We're
you,
not
Dick.
dumb.
You
We're
big
not
old fat
idiots.
dick,
We
Nick.
swear.
Mason is the driver.
Wait, I
Um,
wasn't shooting Mason?
No.
No, the
I'm
driver.
shooting
Do you see how
Mason?
they're
Wait, what?
arranged? Do you see how they're arranged on the left?
Yeah.
So the guy
No.
in the back is on.
Oh, okay, I see
Alright.
what you're doing.
The
Oh, I
guy
see.
over here is driving. Mason's
And I'm
in the
all like,
passenger seat.
oh, bop.
Yep. He is taking off. You turn your rifle, train your shot, kind of like next to the ankle of the Turk guy, and fire a shot through the seat. That was what do we say? 12 damage.
Yeah.
Yep. So, piercing right through his flak armor, you see him kind of just take a nasty shot. The part of the steering wheel kind of blows off as the bullet passes through him. It's hard to tell if it was hitting vital organs or not, but his Jeep goes careening and you can see him trying to steady it. Mason reaches over and tries to grab the wheel, trying to keep the Jeep from flying off the road. I'll make some rolls. Shit. Alright.
Oh no.
Oh no, is he gonna crash through it and die? God damn.
Yeah, Edward.
Oh
and
no,
let me
I
tell
was
you guys,
joking.
I was really planning on having like a chase scene on a highway, and that way danger zone would actually be accurate.
No, not tonight.
They didn't get away.
Maybe
Alright.
we.
Mason
They
flips
get
the car
away.
back over, gets in the driver's seat, and floors it.
They
it over.
get on the highway, Edward, but you've been watching the whole time, and you're just waiting for the right moment. Just as they're about to get out of range, everybody, might hear, or at least, like the guys in the Jeep and Fargon, you'll hear a rifle shot ring out through the wasteland, and you hear glass shattering, the skidding of wheels, and the Jeep will spin out of control. Mason's trying to control it, but glass flies into his face, things spiral out of control, and the Jeep careens off into the desert. Lands on his side, the two guys fly out. Mason's, like, lashed into the passenger's seat, and you can see the side of it catch fire as it skids into a large boulder and crashes.
Does it explode into flames, or is it just on fire?
It's starting to catch fire.
I grab onto the ship's cable and I yell over the comms, "Luna, punch it!"
Lena
Friends
punches it.
instantly going to go pick up Teach because he
Lena
doesn't want him
punches
just sitting
Siobhan
out
over.
there.
Meow.
It's hot out, thank you.
Do we get there before the car explodes, or... This is a maneuver 3 vehicle, that's 3... Should be in the traveler book,
Yeah.
or rule book.
So despite the
We
best
are
efforts
fast
of
as
the
fuck.
of the GM, the Jeep
Wahoo!
skids along in the desert, crashes, and as you all gather up, starting to fly over and gather around it, the Jeep starts kind of popping and exploding, shrapnel flying off in different directions. The man, Mason Galt, he crawls his way out of the wreckage. He's dragging the backpack behind him and has his mag rail pistol in his hands. You can see a piece of glass has kind of like lodged itself into his shoulder. He's got a gash running down his forehead. He's just kind of like silently cursing to himself as he climbs his way out of the wreckage. He sees your ships coming around from the back of the bar, and he just kind of stony faced, grim, walks around the Jeep, pistol hanging from his side, dragging the backpack behind him with one hand across the dirt. He steps out into the open, waiting for you. He's got his pistol raised.
Raised as in, like, Breaking Bad style, pointing at the oncoming trouble.
Yeah.
Or is he pointing it at himself?
Like he's got it, and he's trying to, what else can you do with it?
Yeah, okay. When we get there, I'll blast over the speakers. What's his last name?
Mason Galt.
Mason Galt, you have a bounty of 100,000 credits on your head for your return to the CIMC alive with the information that is now in our possession. Surrender yourself and you will live.
Mason, this long-haired man, he's standing there holding the bag at his side, and he's got this look of just pain and desperation. He looks like a wild man. And he looks up at your ship and he hears you say this. And he's not sure if you can hear him or not, but he kind of calls up. "They've got my little girl. You gotta let me go."
I'll let go of the cable of the ship, and I'll open the front hatch of the mech so I can look into his eyes, and I'll walk closer to him.
Yeah, he's got his pistol
How old
raised
is
to
she?
you.
So I have, like, I'm exposed to his pistol. I've, like, opened the front hatch of the mech.
Hey, Trent,
So he
make
can shoot me if he wants.
Trent, make some kind of recon or something like that. Make a recon check using int.
Ren?
Mm-hmm. Specifically you.
Okay. Using int?
Mm-hmm.
I ask,
Duckies.
While that's happening, I guess I'll ask
You get a little bit of a headache.
Mason.
But by the way, what my plan was is as I was pulling up, I would have been turning my rear and about 300 yards away, reopening the rear hatch to give him an extra shot in case he needed it for Edward out the back of the ship.
Yeah, that sounds
That
cool.
was my plan.
Yeah.
How old is she, Mason?
Yeah, I gotta take my dog outside real quick.
Oh. Do we want to pause?
No.
Do you want to continue? Alright.
How old is your daughter, Mason?
Yeah, you open up the hatch and you are stepping out. Tren opens up the back hatch for his shuttle to give Edward a shot, and you're kind of just like floating around this wreckage as Gull stands there. He looks at you. He says, "She's 8 years old. I have to get to her. You gotta let me go. Whatever
Who
this
has
worth
her?
to you, I gave you a copy of that information. You gotta let me go."
You did. Who has your daughter? CMIC? Or a third party?
Quickly, he says, "Lotus."
Elaborate. Who is Lotus?
At this moment,
This moment.
You hear Edward in the distance. Yarr!
yeah, no, maybe you do say that, because right at this moment, he quickly says Lotus, and the music doesn't fit. Fuck it.
Is it my turn? Do I shoot him yet?
No, not yet. We need him alive.
If it gets to my turn, I can't help it.
You know?
I've
I have
given him
one
a
shot
clear
now.
shot. I know how Edward is. He will take that shot if he
Look
gets
at how-
the choice.
Look at how clean it is.
Yeah, and imagine how messy our pay's gonna be if he's dead.
You can't talk to
Don't
us
shoot
right
us-
now,
don't
my
shoot
man.
his wallet.
You opened your mech.
I'll
Yeah,
take
to
the
try
pay
and
and
talk
shove
this
it up your
guy
eye.
down.
Well, here's what happens. You say Lotus, you ask what they are. Tren, you get an uneasy feeling and your head starts to hurt a little bit. Suddenly, little shock waves start erupting from Mason Gull. The sand kind of kicks up around him, and he looks around, and you are closest to him, far gone, and you can see a little bit of blood trickling down from his nose. Wild panic runs into his face, and he starts yelling.
Going Super Saiyan.
I try and pick him up off the sand.
No, he wouldn't have let you got that close.
Okay.
It's all too
Where
quick
are
anyway. He, yeah. Eventually,
He's
it
gonna
looks
go
like
home.
electrical sparks and arcs start kind of originating around him and streaking across the sand, and he screams like this. He's absolutely in distress, and he backs up. He says, "No, I haven't failed yet. No!" And he screams as another shockwave erupts, a flash of blinding light, covers your vision for a moment. And with a crack and a loud, sounds like an explosion, leaving a crater in the dirt, he is gone. His backpack and his mag rail pistol lie in the crater.
I look up at the sky. Do I see anything notable?
Just a
Any signs
sandstorm.
of spacecraft? Fuck. No corpse?
Mm-mm, nothing. Just a backpack and a mag rail pistol.
Dibs.
I jump out of the mech and I'm gonna look for in the bag for fucking any bit of blood, body part, anything.
No.
Blood drips in the
Instead, you
sand?
find a bag of generic equipment, survival gear, clothing. You also find a, like a data stick, a USB drive or something like that.
Mm.
I pick up the pistol, I put it in the bag, and I angrily close the bag, really ruffle it. I go on my comms and says,
No evidence of his death here. We got fucking nothing. You can have the bag if you want.
You should have let me take the shot, Yar.
Well, we can bring all of his minions and just throw those bodies and be like, it's not the guy. He just fucking poofed into thin air, but here's all the other fucking people we killed about it.
They're not gonna believe you poofed into thin air. They probably would just believe he was obliterated in a car fire. Wait.
is the Jeep still there that he crashed in?
Yeah.
Grab one of the other bodies, wait till it's burnt to an unrecognizable crisp, and then state it's him.
Yeah, I'll just take a photo of the burning corpse, and I'll take a photo of the contents of the bag. I'll bring in the bag with the stick and his gun. And let's bring in his fucking friend's Jeep. His friends, and I assume the gun on the armored Jeep is unsalvageable.
Yeah, probably. Well,
Alright, fuck it, I'll leave it.
yeah, I would say it probably exploded at this point. Smashed into the boulder and exploded along with
Alright.
the rest of the Jeep.
Let's just hope this would be enough to convince for a bounty.
Indeed.
Dead.
Fuck! I get back in the mech.
Can you bring down the ship? I need to park the mech.
Indeed. So he brings
Really
it down to our landing.
Climb the mech onto the top cargo rack, external, lay it down, tie it down, throw the top back over it. Can the Jeep fit in the ship if the ship has 4 tons of internal cargo space?
We dangle it from the cable the entire way
I don't
back.
know. That might honestly be your best bet. That's not an
Dang
uncommon
it.
thing. Just strap in.
Just reel in the Jeep so it's
Hell
close to the
yeah.
ship.
Yeah,
Fair
use a
enough.
bunch of cables, drop it down, strap it to the Jeep, and lift it up. That's not an uncommon thing to do.
Fair.
The turret one exploded, right?
Let's hand in the bounty first
Yeah.
and sell off the Jeep.
You guys fucked up all the Jeeps, honestly. You picked up one, and you still have 3 survivors.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
nice.
gonna hand them in too.
They might be
Oh.
worth something.
I still have ammo.
You still have 3
Alright, get running, boys.
Yeah, that's the real question. Does Edward get extra target practice on the car that was still dangling?
And they are screaming. Yeah.
No, I don't kill him. I don't. My bloodlust has been satiated.
Fucking hell. Really are fucking Captain Blackbeard over here.
Yar.
Alrighty. Well, sorry there was some confusion there. That
It's
was
fine.
unpleasant,
No
but
problem.
we'll figure it out. I'm just gonna use more tokens. Just, specify that everybody tells me exactly what the fuck they're doing at all times.
Yup.
Now.
We were trying. I swear.
Okay.
Meow, motherfucker. Aha.
So, do any of us understand exactly what happened to him, other than that he disappeared?
I don't think so.
Space magic happened. I think.
Can
is
we
there any
roll?
levels we can do?
What would you
To
like to try to roll?
understand
What about streetwise?
Definitely not.
or science?
It would
Is
be-
this not-
Science.
Hey, why don't you write psionicology or something? That was clearly
Mhm.
some magical bullshit.
Does anyone
I thought it was electrical because you said it was making electronic pulses. So
It was making shock waves and electrical arcs.
So I would assume it would be
He's going
electronic.
Super Saiyan.
He was going Super Saiyan.
Oh, you're
Don't know,
saying he
untrained skill with
teleported?
intelligence?
Maybe. Could be. It seems that way. He was definitely in one spot and then not.
Can I just make an untrained skill check with intelligence to see if I can think?
Yeah. I mean, look, if you want to assume that, that's fine. Hey, look, yeah.
9.
Yeah,
You
that's
think.
a fair assumption. He probably was teleported, and by what you saw, probably against his will.
Damn.
So he's probably not.
I would like
He's
to
about
point
to
out.
be dead.
I'd like to point out with psionic rules, as I've read them, you have to be touching somebody to actually teleport them.
Judge.
What?
The
No.
DM crap.
Don't worry about it,
Do
Nick.
whatever they want.
Yeah.
Just don't worry about it.
The bot
Okay.
says
Call him-
no.
Yeah.
My
Call MBS DM.
You find a tiny psionic cockroach in the bag.
Alright, well, then I'll tell you what. The heat death of the universe occurs. Roll
Roll a new
for
character.
roll for bacon.
Roll
I'll
for
roll for
bacon.
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 I have bacon with me right now.
Can I use my
Or
bacon
with my
bin?
bonus.
I'm gonna
I
use my
just
bacon bin
Well,
and
then you
roll
get a boon of your bacon.
for
Wow,
Lois. So
With my endurance, I did not make very good bacon. I was overburnt.
yep. So I rolled double sixes, because I used my bacon boon. So I rolled 3d6 and dropped the lowest.
I can't put a plus.
I rolled
So we know
back.
the teleportation is psionic in nature.
yeah, it seems that way. Because
I
there's-
got an 11.
everybody knows that magic isn't real, but psionics are a thing. There's an entire empire of humans that all specialize in psionics, and I don't give a fuck what the book says. There are very powerful psionics out there. Very
Shit, we
dangerous
should've
people.
used
That's why the
class.
Imperium doesn't like psionics.
Lotus.
What's their reaction to bullets?
They die just like everybody else.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Everybody dies with a bullet.
Bullets.
Gotta
tend to
build
be
bullet
great
big
at
enough.
that.
A bullet
Yeah.
is the great equalizer.
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, that was a
Oh,
very
man.
chaotic, like, that took like 20 seconds total.
Everything just went fucking berserk, and it's amazing.
Yeah, like from beginning the ambush, from the door opening to the Jeep taking off was about like 12 or 15 seconds. And then the crash, like a minute or two passed. So like that took all about 2 or 3 minutes.
Nice.
IRL. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Pretty good shot, T.
Absolute chaos, and I love it.
Teach
I love
sitting
how
in
we
one spot
started
on the
all
dune with an AP
technical
rifle,
super
just
well.
fucking taking dudes out.
We just
Like-
like start super tactical and thinking, and then we just devolved into D&D shenanigans.
I wanted
It's
that.
like, deploy the
Roll
fucking
it
totem
up.
cable. Let's fucking throw their jeep in the air. Fuck them.
Yeet.
Yeet.
What's the plan? We're all in big tanks. Hit it.
What's the plan? Commit as many war crimes as possible, and if there are no survivors, it's not war crimes.
It's not war crime. I dare those three to claim war crimes. By the way, do we actually have 3 prisoners, or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you guys are regrouping after that. You got the wreckages of all the jeeps sitting around. You got one guy, or 3 guys dangling from the fucking, the Eternal, from a tow cable. They're like, hold on for dear life, suspended in the air. They got their small arms, but I think they used all their ammo probably already.
They
or-
use. You said
they
before
just
used all
kept
their ammo.
dumping it into the ship like,
Like, yeah, let us the
"Please."
fucking go.
You can go to jail.
That's fucked. You can probably get a little bit of money from them, yeah.
Did we get our 20,000 creds back?
Oh yeah, I would like my money off of his off of. Yeah, yeah. I assume it's in the bag.
Backpack. Yeah, bag, right?
Well, you're probably not getting your credits back.
God damn it.
Oof.
God damn it, you
But
teleported
like I said, in
away
the
with your
bag,
credits.
there's that data stick. There's clothes, random gear, like stuff for day-to-day use, mercenary type equipment.
And can I yoink that mag rail?
I think Fargon took it.
No, I put it in the bag. I haven't done anything with the bag
so
yet,
it's,
but if
it's
you want
in
the
his
bag.
Yeah, if you all
Not my
regroup
bag,
and
but
like you're looking at the bag,
Mason's
then
bag.
yeah. If you
Yeah.
want to reach in and try to yank that mag rail pistol,
Yoink.
it's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
No, you can have it.
I assume
right? I was
Coomer
looking
would
at
want the
mag rail
data
pistol,
stuff.
and I was
So
like, oh, damn, that is pretty good.
I think that's what Trend would probably do. He'd probably grab the data stick in the. I assume he was using a computer. Is the computer also in there? In the bag?
His computer probably got destroyed in the Jeep, honestly.
Okay. I'm plugging it into the Coomer.
Come here, Como. What do you see with your eyes?
What do you learn with your Jakuma?
Unfortunately, he's not here, so we shouldn't really be using him like that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
I mean, that just means he can't stop you from doing that.
He can't stop me.
They are here.
Silence is consent, DM.
Oh, really?
Oh, you back the fuck up. Back the fuck up. Hold the fucking McFucker phone.
Hold the make fuck up.
No, that's what I had for dinner was the McFuck up.
I'm
Yeah.
the McFuck up.
Does anybody else have a computer?
The ship is a computer.
The ship is a computer, but I
Yeah,
don't
the
know if we
Eternal-
can
does
plug
the
it
Eternal
in
probably
there.
does have a computer.
Virus, ship explodes.
That would make
Virus,
sense.
ship go boom. Fuck.
There's at least one computer on the ship, probably. There's probably a laptop in there. I
No,
guess
the
that's where
ship
your money-
does have a computer or a bandwidth of 5, and I also have a radio transceiver which has a bandwidth of 5, I think.
Well, are you trying to look at that data stick? Because
Please use the ship's computer.
if you take a look at that,
Okay.
it is encrypted.
Oof.
And we rolled to decrypt that?
Yeah,
I assume we would want Coomer, but to roll his.
that would be like a computer's roll.
Yeah, I assume that's electronics.
You're
For
not sure
computers,
what
huh?
level of encryption it is. Basically, when you plug it in, it kind of just says nope.
Nope.
Yeah. There's
Must
a
be an
login
RC4.
password, but
Fuck
it
that.
just nopes. It will take some doing to figure out what the hell you just plugged in your computer and how you could crack it.
Well, we got tons of time while we're heading back to the city to drop these
Let's take
people
our
back
time
off.
with it.
Yeah, who wants to roll?
Not it. I don't think I have anything even. Wait, what are we rolling?
Computers, electronics, computers.
Electronics, computers. Oh, I
education.
haven't done in that. With education, no. Absolutely not.
I'd be willing to, but I have a -3, so it would be
Education?
like
Or to computers.
to computers.
I have a +1 in computers, but my education is a -2.
-1's not bad.
Yeah,
Fair.
I really
I
wish
guess
we had Coomer. Like,
I will take my time. Wait. I'm flying the
Oh.
ship. It makes no sense for me to do this.
well, no, I assume the ship's flying itself. Lena,
Fair.
who's flying the other ship though? I assume Lena would want the small ship back while we have it on autopilot.
Yeah. I would be flying a ship. That's kind of just her thing. Any excuse to fly a ship she takes. So
Yeah.
she'd be flying something.
Yeah, I assume you'd take the small ship.
Yeah. Especially
Trend.
because you dunced it up and you need someone competent to land the damn thing.
What do you mean I didn't dunce it up? I didn't break nothing.
Yeah, there's a lot of scratches and dents on this thing.
Yeah, you definitely,
Scratches are just cosmetic, damn
like
it.
the whole bottom part of the shuttle is probably just fucked up.
She's flying without retracting the landing gear because she's not convinced that if she retracts the landing gear, they'll go back down.
So we're going very slow in the air.
You hook the tow cable and you're pulling me through the air faster.
So yeah, I would take my time. Like, I knew I had hours.
You definitely have hours because I'm slow as shit
That's fine.
compared to that thing.
But
Yeah.
let's see a roll.
Unless the rock has some computer in him.
Poke the rock.
Please fucking excuse you.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta look at something. I might get a boon on this. Because I'm a blap.
Mmm.
I gotta look at what it actually is. I know it's admin and I believe science. So I don't think you'd give it to me. I think it's science. It gives boons, so never mind.
It's
Never
computer
mind.
science. Dun dun dun.
It is computer science, DM, and you know what computer science is.
I literally have a degree in that.
Yeah, that's electronics.
I tried.
It's pretty heavy, man. Yeah, you try to plug in the data stick into the Eternals computers and try to shift through it as you, I don't know, fucking slowly drift through the air over the wastelands back towards the city. Your ship's a little messed up. You killed a bunch of people. But yeah, no,
Only a few.
this is beyond you. This is some heavy stuff. I mean, which makes sense if this was some high-tech IISS or CIMC secret information. Their encryption is pretty thick, and it's not something that any common hacker would be able to get into.
Hacker? Pseudo
It's Hacker Man.
encrypt.
Yeah. Yeah. Trent would try for a while, but out of character, I know Coomer would also be trying. Potentially. I don't know if you'd actually want to look at the info. Being
Is it a
it's...
sheet on the drive?
Well, the other thing
it should
is,
be in the game.
I don't want to force him to roll it because I don't know if he would want to because it's technically his master's thing. So I don't know if he would actually attempt to.
He might try and be convincing us to not look at it. Honestly,
Yes, he
he
might
would
be
probably
doing.
tell us. Listen, it's encrypted for a reason. We can just ask him what's on it, and he'll probably tell us.
Trent already has a good
If it was
idea.
encrypted in the first place, I don't
Trent
think
already
would be willing
has.
to share.
Yeah,
Fair
Trent
enough.
already has a good idea of what's on it, because we were in the science building for a while, and he did listen to a lot of
Counterpoint.
them.
We have 2 drives.
We do have
One
time.
one's clearly a
Extra
copy of the other.
counterpoint.
Oh, you
I
did
do
get a
not
copy
intend
of it,
to be a
didn't you?
target of the CMIC
Huh?
for
Yeah.
reading their secrets.
I forgot about the copy you got.
Yeah, I would
we
be
have
looking
you
at
have
the
2
copy,
drives.
not the original.
You have
Yeah.
to
Like,
look
I
at
would
the
not
original
want to
copy.
break the copy. I'd rather break the copy than break the original.
Yeah,
I
let's brute
wouldn't
force the
touch
copy.
the original.
Then yeah, you have plenty of time then.
Yeah, brute force that copy.
What's interesting is that you got a copy for yourself, and also because now that we're done with it, my initial plan was that he was on his computer making a copy as you walked in, no matter what you guys were doing, the first moment that you interacted with them. He made that copy, and then you fucking bought it. And because of reasons, they didn't gun you down, and they just let you leave with a copy after spending that money.
Because they're like, I mean, free money.
Well, that doesn't matter to them. It's more just like, you look like some fucked up alien, and just the way that you behaved and acted, they actually believed your story, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Very lucky of you. And
Look at me being good at improv.
yeah, you took the fucking copy that I was going to use in case they had lost the original, and then they lost the original. That means that Mason Gold actually failed. He did not get the information out,
Nice.
which is definitely a branch that could have gone, not one that I was expecting.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how fucking hard did we derail this session?
Yes.
No, I don't think of it like that. I just think that I tried very hard to make them succeed. At least get one copy of the data off the planet. They did not, which means that I have to rethink a couple of things.
Fuck.
Oh, by the way, you said we have tons of times to decrypt the copy. Do we actually get it decrypted, or no?
Well, you would have to find somebody to do it if you don't know how. Are you taking it back to the labs? You don't know if they're gonna let you keep it. You don't know if they're gonna tell you what's on it.
Copy
just
it.
You got it back. They probably reward you. The copy.
Copy.
Again,
And then
like
we
the copy, you
give
gotta
them
find somebody to actually do it. And like, if you go to some random person to decrypt it for you, that might backfire a little bit.
Yeah.
Alternatively, we just hand in the bounty, don't try and crack any of the copies, hand in both copies, and be on good faith with a very powerful people that control most of the immediate sectors.
That's also pretty valid.
Trent's gonna look at him. I'm about 70% sure this is about a habitable planet somewhere in this solar system.
Oh yeah, yeah, that is.
You're willing to bet your life on that? Because they will murder us if they find out that we looked inside and that it's not just a planet, that it's something very much more valuable than a planet.
We simply state we had to verify that we actually were collecting the proper information and that it wasn't a dummy drive.
No.
If they ever catch that.
We wouldn't touch the original, we would only have the copy. So only if they caught us with the copy would they get upset.
Yeah, and then they go, why are you messing with that? Well, we wanted to make sure that this wasn't just some random dummy drive. Not the best answer, but better than no answer. So that is what we're kind of trying to do, make sure that this is not just some random freaking drive.
Edward.
Yar. Yar.
It could be useful info for your captain or otherwise, so what are your thoughts on it?
The info on the drive. I think we should decrypt it. I bet we could get some of the hackers from the gun wall.
The gun wall?
Pirate gang on the planet.
Yep.
Maybe we can get someone from there to help us decrypt it.
It's his pirate people.
Well, they sound, in this matter, trustworthy.
They're very trustworthy. If we find something we need to keep kept secret, we can be assured of that.
Very well.
So what are your plans after we toss them?
Find a new bounty? Or find a bounty together?
I like the idea of together. I mean, we do make a pretty good team.
You did perform very well, given a collapsed plan. You were able to operate on your own, and you have skills that I do not.
Very well.
I just can't. I love the idea of like. In hindsight, I think this whole fight was hilarious. This
Oh
is
yeah,
fun.
this was the funniest shit ever.
Like
We're like,
if you
all
picture
right,
it in
we're
real
gonna do
time,
this.
in the time that it actually took, oh my god, that's some clusterfuck shit right there.
Literally.
And then Edward's like watching all this, and he's like, "Man, that's some fucked up shit." And the Jeep takes off, like, "Nope," it just fucking gas the driver. The Jeep careens off. Is like, "Job done." Like that took all of 20 seconds.
This line was the plan, and then this line is what actually happened.
I was not ready for this.
That was hysterical, and everything's just improv. Fuck it, let's just go use the ship.
Well, that's the problem with having spaceships,
Smash 'em.
isn't it?
I like it.
Listen,
Yeah.
if
Well, it's
every
not a problem. It's
if-
a benefit.
I
if
just
your
need-
only tool is a hammer, every problem is a nail.
Yeah, I know. I need to start preparing for that. That way you can't do that every time.
Yeah,
You guys
listen.
heard from Brian.
Because here's the thing, right? It was just one building in the middle of nowhere. If
that
it's
again.
in the middle of a city, we can't do that. It's just the nature of us being in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a freaking sandstorm. Even if I did vaporize someone with a thruster,
Yeah.
there'd be
thanks,
no way
Brian.
for them to like prove that I did that because, you know,
You
Brand-
gotta do
Brandon
what
needs
you
to-
gotta do.